Okay, I'll go into the feed on YouTube.
We're going to get your stone back up there, Nate.
Okay, I think we are live now. I think we're live now.
Wow, 15 seconds in, and the lag is not being too difficult today. So far, cross fingers. Welcome, everybody. So glad to have you all for another fantastic bling party. We really have curated some excellent things tonight, in my opinion. And I'm so happy to have my partner in crime, Nate, here. Welcome in, Nate. Glad to have you.
And thank you for having me. I should be saying my favorite day of the week. It is so nice to see you and everybody here. I know you've had some hectic weather there today that had you in your closet.
Yes, I was in my closet for a while. I was sitting on the couch listening to some vinyl, thinking about dinner when I got a text from my aunt. It was like, "Hey, are you safe? There's a tornado warning in the area." And I was like, "What?" Because I didn't get an alert on my phone. And as soon as she texted me, I got a drop down notice from First Coast News. And it said, yeah, tornado warning and take shelter and all this. And the outside was looking crazy. So we don't get like big, massive, scary tornadoes like in other parts of the states, other parts of the country do. But I was like, oh, yeah, no, I'm going to get in the closet. So I took Louie and we just huddled in the bathroom for a while, which was okay. But it was a little bit loud outside. And I was like, and poor Louie was just losing her mind. So I was like, it's okay, Louie.
Oh, yeah.
But we snuggled in, and I have a photo I can share. I sent this to Poodle earlier, but when we came out of the closet, I had Louie, and she was just kind of snuggled with me on the couch. She looked so distressed and cute. And I was just hugging her like it's okay. So anyway, I think we're all okay now, which is good. Nate, how's the weather for you?
It is it's still cold, it's still chilly, but the days are starting to get really nice and clear. This has got to have been the rainiest winter in a long time, and for me personally, it's felt like the coldest winter as well. But yet we're coming to spring. We are coming to spring, and I can't wait.
That's exciting. I know I was talking to Nate a couple of days ago, and he's like, hang on just a minute. I got to go fill my hot water bottles for my feet. I'm freezing. And I'm like, oh, yeah, no, I'm over here sitting by the fan trying to cool off because it's 8 million degrees outside.
I love my hot water bottles. I love my hotties. I would always go for a hot water bottle over an electric blanket.
So I don't have an electric blanket, but I do have like a big heating pad that's furry like an electric blanket, and oh man, it's really nice because the weight feels super good when
Mm.
you're stressed out or you just want something comforting. And I love the weighted blanket, and you can set a timer on it, which is really nice. It's not a weighted blanket, I should say. It's like a long kind of body length heat pad, but oh man, that thing's great. But I will have to try the hot water bottles because I do remember having those as a kid. I think the ones we had were pink, like salmon colored, and they had a little screw cap that you
Yeah,
fill.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, do they still make those?
Was it like a dusky sort of a pink?
Yes, yes, it
Yeah,
was
yeah. I
kind of
remember.
hospital pink.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I just find them comforting. I find them really comforting. So yeah, I love them
that's
too.
exciting. Well, I went to a record show today with my neighbor, which was really interesting. And it was in a hotel, so we had never been to this one before. They have a big one at the college here, but I've never been able to go. So I was really excited to go this morning, and I got a couple of really neat records. I'm not going to share which ones because there's a few surprises for my mom. If she's watching, she'll be excited about these. But I did get a fantastic Plain White Tees album and some Kansas, and I picked up a record I'd been looking for a really long time, which you would think you would find everywhere because the Eagles were huge. And of course, Hotel California is great, but that record specifically it's popular. So it doesn't seem to be around for very long in shops. So I was able to get that today, which was good. But I was telling Nate all of this while I was eating tonight. And Nate was telling me about a band I'd never heard of. And he goes, oh, you have to give this a listen. And didn't give me much backstory. And it was so interesting. So Nate, can you tell everybody about this too? Because it's really neat.
I have only recently become aware of this group. I don't know if Gavin Grady Gruppo knows about this particular group. They're called the Shags. And it's fascinating story. This man, I think in the 60s, his mother said to him, who she was a psychic apparently, said to him that he was to have 2 boys and 3 girls, and the 3 girls were going to form the greatest rock band that the world had ever seen. And this guy, Austin, his name was, believed his mother absolutely wholeheartedly. They were the Wiggins, their names were the Wiggins. And he basically eventually he took his teenage or pre-teenage daughters out of school and bought a guitar, a bass, and some drums. And basically from morning till night, all they did was write songs, play these instruments, which were wildly out of tune. They didn't know how to play the instruments. And they had quite a strict upbringing. So they weren't allowed to listen to music either, but they were expected to create music. And they did produce 2 albums. And if you are interested in listening to them, the Shags, my favorite song is one of their songs called My Pal Foot Foot. My Pal.
It's just bizarre foot. To me.
And you know, they recorded these 2 albums. The father had taken them in, and apparently the mixing engineer had said to him, save your money. You know, you do not want to record this, you know, and they pressed like thousands of copies, and very few of them at the time got out. It's really interesting. And the weird thing is that Kurt Cobain was obsessed with them. Frank Zappa was obsessed with them as well, even though Rolling Stone referred to them as lobotomized Von Trapp singers. The weird thing is that the first time I listened to it, I thought this is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. Now, having listened to it 4 or 5 times, I don't know why, it's moving away from being awful into being somewhere near genius. So I urge you to go onto YouTube and to listen to My Pal Foot Foot by the Shags.
You know, when Nate played it for me, because I asked what genre it was first, and Nate says, oh, no, they're not a genre. And I'm like, well, what do you mean they're not a genre? And then I thought, oh, well, they're probably just a mixture. You know how every artist is influenced by a certain genre? And I start listening to it. I'm like, what? This sounds like a mix between like blues, funk, African. I couldn't quite figure out what it was. And then when I heard the lyrics, I was like, I first couldn't make out the lyrics. And then I heard it because it was over a voice call. And I'm like, I've got to listen to this song now because it's just so interesting to me. And it's kind of that thing, you know, with, I'm sure, art. And I was telling Nate about Pablo Picasso. You know, a lot of people thought that his art was strange because they didn't understand it. But the more you look at it, the more you start to gain appreciation for it, and how the whole idea is it kind of changed art and it moved away from Impressionism and all the things then. So I just think that's cool. So anyway, yeah, that was a neat thing I learned in music today. We wanted to share with you. But I think we should get to some hellos because I see a lot of friends in the chat. So Virginia's kicking us off. She's the first one in tonight. Welcome in, Virginia.
Welcome in, Virginia. Lovely to see you. And Poodle is here as well with the alleyway open with an entrance fee. I'm not sure what cut of this entrance fee I'm getting, but it is so lovely to see you, Poodle.
It's so good to see Poodle. So yes, definitely go check out the alleyway tonight and pay an entrance fee. Poodle, does anyone get anything for paying the entrance fee, or do they only get access to the alley where they can purchase things? We need to know these details. They're very important. And Angela, our dear sweet moderator, is in the chat.
Hi, Ange.
Nate, we have something for Angela, don't we, that we wanted to show?
Yeah, look, there is a lot of stuff that I got, and I think Angela said she liked a particular brooch. And is this the brooch that you liked? If you would like that brooch, I will send it to you. But I'm just not 100% sure. It is signed. We don't know what it's signed. We cannot make it out. But for some reason, I thought you said you liked that. If you do, I will send it to you. And as she's our moderator, she is to be obeyed. And we adore Angela for all she does for us.
Yeah. Angela and Karen, who's also floating, I'm sure, around the chat by this point, is just amazing. And we couldn't do what we do without them. So thank you both for being here and helping us out. I got a lovely call from Karen and Gavin. I was out at the apartment pool hanging out for a friend's birthday, and we had just a wonderful little chat. They had received one of the brooches in the mail, and they wanted to say hi, and it was so cool because I got to show them Florida, and they're in Canada, and it was just such a delightful little moment. So I wanted to share that with you. So thanks, Karen and Gavin, for giving me an Instagram call. It was fun. Nice. Let's see. Perla's Precious is here. Welcome in, Perla.
Hi, Perla. Welcome in. Lovely to see you. And Sharon Sue as well. Welcome. And look at that pupper. I just love that.
I know. He looks so soft and fluffy. I just want to pet him. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I have to tell this story too quickly because it's hilarious. And Nate, I think you'll get a kick out of this. So my neighbor, Amanda, who I went to we're both into vinyl. We went to the record thing this morning. She has a little cute white fluffy dog named Cunello. And she wears usually like a t-shirt, a band t-shirt with shorts and, Birkenstocks or some sort of shoe. And so I was out on the porch before this crazy storm came out of nowhere with Louie. And I was, just sweeping and cleaning some stuff off the porch. And all of a sudden out of nowhere, it just started pouring. I mean, which is a very typical Florida thing to do. And I look across my apartment parking lot and I see a girl from the back that looks very much like Amanda. I mean, she's her doppelganger from behind this girl. And she had a black band t-shirt, exactly what Amanda was wearing this morning, jean shorts and little shoes, and then this little white fluffy dog. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Amanda running to her building. So I start waving and smiling like an absolute nutball. And I'm like, go, Amanda, go. You can do it. I'm like shouting from my porch. And this woman turns around and it's not Amanda at all. Like she clearly has a pug or some sort of different small dog that I thought from afar was white. I don't know what's wrong with my eyesight, but I texted Amanda and I was like, hey, thanks for convincing me to get the Plain White Tees album. I'm loving it. By the way, were you outside just now walking your dog? She goes, no, I'm safe at a restaurant. Remember, I went to that Cuban thing tonight? And I was like, oh my gosh, I just yelled at a random person.
Stranger.
It's so funny. Anyway, we're still laughing about that.
Amy Wilcox. Amy, how lovely to see you, Amy. Welcome in. And
hi,
Heather Gibbs.
Amy.
Heather Gibbs as well. Hi, Heather. Lovely to see you.
Welcome in, Heather. Let's see. Kim, Desert Gal, is in the house. So glad the alley is open as well, Kim. That's very important.
Hi, Kim. Welcome in. Hey, there's Karen. Hi, Karen.
Gavin is here as well. And Sharon Spencer.
Hey, Gaza. Hi, Sharon. Lovely to see you. Carly, nice to see you too. How have you been?
Hi, Carly. And Greg, welcome in, Greg. Glad to see you here tonight.
Hey, Greg, buddy. Valerie as well. Welcome in, Val. and Christy Nicole Garza. Hello,
Hi, Christy.
Lovely to see you as always.
Hannah Webb is here. Welcome in, Hannah. So glad you're tuning in. And Carolyn, welcome in, Carolyn.
Hi, Carolyn. Welcome in. Hannah as well. Always lovely to see you. Karen K. Nice to see you, Karen.
Hi, Karen. Raven, you're not late. You're perfectly on time. Welcome in. Glad to have you here tonight. Let's see. Every one of your sales always has the best jewelry, and your mom's pottery is fantastic. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Tonight, we do have a really cute, adorable piece that my mom made, and we're cooking up something really special with little small pieces that will be coming soon. We haven't workshopped it completely, but Mom and I are pretty excited about this idea. So stay tuned for that. I'm so glad you guys are here.
Raven,
let's see.
To see you. We missed Patricia with Sean.
Oh, Patricia, I'm sorry I missed you. Welcome in.
Hi, Patty Cake.
And let's see. Nate, do you get snow there? That's a good question, Sharon.
Yeah, we have some of the best ski fields in the world. It doesn't snow where I am, but you would have to go about 3 hours south, and then you'd get probably to the most northern ski field in the country. But yeah, some world-class skiing in New Zealand. It's very, very popular. A lot of adventure tourism.
Nate, have you ever been skiing?
I've never been skiing. No, I don't know if I could now with the way I get about. But I do like the snow, even though it's obviously bitterly cold. There is something absolutely magical about snow. You know,
there is. I find that to be true, even as an adult. And I haven't had a ton of experience with snow being in Florida, but my dad lives in Charlotte, and then earlier in my life in Virginia, and we would get some snow, if I was lucky to see it. And I just remember feeling this magical feeling, even though like after a while it does turn into slush and it's brown and it's not the prettiest. It's just cool. And we built a giant luge track down the side of my dad's house when we were kids and just had a ball going down the snow hill, So when I see snow, and I tell this to Angela all the time, I want it just enough to be magical. And Angela laughs because she deals with it constantly in Illinois in the winter, where you've got to shovel and put chains on the tires and do all that. But I just want a little bit, so it's fun.
Yeah.
Sandra Fish is here. Welcome in, Sandra. Glad to have you tonight.
Long time no see, Sandra. Lovely to see you. So much waffling about how cold he is.
Dennis, welcome in. Team Dennis is here.
Team Dennis. Hey, buddy. Nice to see you. I think I saw a message that Dennis put in that he wasn't here last week because he was at the wedding that he wore. Missed last Saturday's auction. I was at a wedding in Sonoma. Katie, I wore one of your brooches on my suit and got many compliments.
Oh, Dennis, that's so exciting.
That's cool.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that people are bringing back the brooch and you're starting to see it places, and especially in the suit. That must have been so sharp. Very exciting, Dennis. That's cool. My friend is getting my friend's brother is getting married, and so she's kind of outfitted the wedding party through me with some brooches, and I think everyone is going to look really, really sharp. So I'm kind of excited to see some pictures of that, because that's going to be really fun. Angela says, you like this band, Nate? I'm surprised. Nate has very eclectic taste in music, I have learned.
I tell you, there's something about them. I am convinced they are genius. But listen to it, please. Listen to it and report back next week. I'd love to hear what your thoughts
let us know.
My pal Foot. Chastity Ray. Nice to see you, Chastity.
Hi, Chastity. Good to see you in the chat. Glad you're here. We got to catch up soon. Let's see. Good evening. Food truck has arrived in the alley. Ooh, shrimp jambalaya, chicken parm sliders, fresh fruit cup, watermelon smoothies, and limeades. Ooh, Karen. Wow. I just had a cherry limeade. Have you ever had a oh, you may not have Sonic there, Nate. Have you had a Route 66 cherry limeade?
No, I have not.
Oh my gosh, that is the best thing since sliced bread. It's like cherry syrup, and you can get it diet if you want. And they put kind of like Sprite with a cherry syrup and like fresh limes. And then they put those like overly sugared maraschino cherries. It's heaven on a hot day. I drove through the Sonic the other day and got one because I was like, oh, I need that on my ride home because it was so
Hey,
awful outside.
lovely to see you,
KP, welcome
Karen.
in.
Lord. Love to see you, Karen. Lovely to see you too, KP.
Let's see. We said hi, I think, to Valerie. Welcome in, Valerie. We missed you. Let's see who else is tuning in. Lisa. Lisa's here. Welcome in, Lisa.
Oh, Karen says, it sounds like the song Don't Mess With My Toot Toot. I don't know that one. I'll have to look that up.
I've heard that Don't Mess With My Toot Toot, Karen, but I don't remember the band and I don't remember why I heard it, but I do know the song actually.
Karen from Prairie Stone Collectibles. Lovely to see you, Karen. And letter artist Lisa from New York as well. Lisa, lovely to see you.
And other Lisa Day is here. It's so fun to have multiple Lisas in the chat. So glad to see you. Thank you very much. I have to show off this brooch. My mom found it for me and she thought it was really intriguing because it was signed Art. And I said, oh, that's Arthur Pepper. So mom was really excited to get this for me and I love it. I think it matches this shirt perfectly. It's so cool. It's got little leaves and faux pearls. So it's super fun. And this hat is different than the green hat that I had the other day that's a little bit darker. This is more like a lime color, and I love it because it's just a really unusual color for a hat, and I think it's fun.
It is a great color. Linda Tilford. Welcome in, Linda. Lovely to see you.
Hi, Linda. Welcome in. Glad you're tuning.
Sharon says her cocker's name is Betsu.
Betsu. Oh,
Betsu.
what a cool name.
I tell you, if I had that dog, it would be the fattest dog because there's certain dogs that when I look at them, all I want to do is give them treats. And that's the sort of dog that would get every treat out of me with no problem whatsoever.
Nate, I think Louie would be like 300 pounds. Is she the kind of dog you would feed? Because she gets those puppy dog eyes and it's just game over.
I'm not sure. Little Lucifer.
That's Nate's nickname for Louie because she doesn't get into stuff.
And she can work my last nerve. I don't know. I'd have her on a diet, I think.
Yeah. Well, the vet, I took her to the vet this week for her annual checkup, and I found out because all the vet techs love her. She goes actually to an exotic bird hospital, which I know sounds odd, but I had guinea pigs before I had a pug, and the lady that was my vet long time for like the 6 or 7 guinea pigs I had, she said, oh, I used to raise pugs when I told her I was thinking about getting a pug. And, I was a dog veterinarian too, in my former life before I got into birds and exotic animals. So she said, please bring Louie here. And I mean, everybody just loves her there. I feel like it's a little family. They're honestly so nice. So I take Louie into this bird hospital. And I found out this week that she's the 4th dog in the entirety that's ever been seen there. And the other dogs belong to the vets. So Louie special. She's like the only dog that goes, but they call her Pug Bug. That's the nickname. I didn't know that all the vet techs gave her that name, but she does sort of look like a bug. So they call her Bug. And the doctor comes in and holds her little face and goes, Bug, you're doing such a good job. It just made my heart so happy.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yes. Let's see who else is here. Amanda Sinclair is here. Welcome in. Glad you're tuning with us.
Nice to see you. Long time no see, Amanda. How are those wonderful little grandbabies of yours?
And Carly says she loved the first piece she got from my mom, the dish with the bird. She also wrote the sweetest note. Oh, good, Carly. I'm so glad you like that. I can't tell you guys how much it means to me that you guys are enjoying my mom's pieces, because she's never sold anything in a real studio space or art gallery. And this is, her love and life outside of being in broadcasting. And I know that it's really special she gets to share this with the world. So thank you guys for enjoying it as much as you do, because I think that her pieces are just gorgeous. Let's see.
What's the home temperature for you, Nate? 55 Fahrenheit is, I find, pretty cold. That's 12 degrees Celsius. Anything below that, I'll start to get a bit grizzly. Heather was a cross-country skier when she was a kid. That's very cool.
Wow. Heather, that's amazing. I tried skiing once. My dad took me, and I could not get past the bunny slopes. I was really terrified to go down the green slope, and my brother was pretty good at it, but I have no coordination, so I just kept falling down the bunny slope, and that's when I decided, you know what, I'm just going to go sit inside and drink some hot chocolate and watch everybody else ski. But it was fun.
Dana, nice to see you, Dana Grace.
Welcome in, Dana. Kim says before school she had to help pull the snow off the roof and then snow blowed the snow from around the house. I don't miss that. Probably so, Kim. That seems like a lot of work.
Amy's in Iowa. She's not a fan of it as well.
We used to downhill and cross-country ski. Wow, Gavin.
A big targeted pull me. Oh, that sounds cool. Larry, buddy. Hello, Katie and Nate. Another lovely brooch arrived today. Accolades for the outstanding packaging. Katie's packaging is amazing. Beautiful as always, and the brooch is magnificent. Fantastic. Thank you,
Larry. I'm so glad that you like that piece. Mom says she texted me actually before the sale. I can read what she sent. But Mom says, I'm bringing more box toys to decorate with, including a new item from the Tim Holtz collection. She's very excited about this. So we're going to have some new fun things for the boxes tomorrow for you guys, which is cool. Let's see. Who else? Truly Alien Vintage is here. Welcome in.
Hey, Truly Alien. Nice to see you, buddy. Katie, Alcorn. Hey, long time no see, Katie. Nice to see you. And Mike as well. Mike looks for magic. Hey, buddy. Nice to see you too. Welcome in.
Hi, Mike. Welcome in. Oh, Greg knows about the cherry limeades. They are a good drink for hot days. It is sort of like a Shirley Temple with an extra ingredient of the lime, Kim. That's a really good way to describe it. But if you've never had one and you have a Sonic near you, definitely go through and get one, because they're just delicious, in my opinion.
Renee is okay, and Sally as well. Thrifter, not hoarder. Sally, both of you, welcome in. So lovely to see you both.
Hello, welcome in.
Oh, right. That's interesting. Not heard of it.
We'll have to listen to it after the sale, Nate. Heidi is here. Welcome
Betsy.
In, Heidi.
Sharon says it's Betsy, not Betsu. It's Betsy.
Betsy.
She's gorgeous.
Okay.
She's gorgeous.
Betsy's so cute. Give Betsy a treat from me and Louie.
Heidi Esterholm is here as well. Heidi, welcome in. And Debbie K.
Hi, Debbie. And Beth Kemper is here.
I needed to try to change batteries in the flashlight. Oh, sweetheart.
Yeah, I will tell you, because I change a lot of flashlight batteries for my grandmother. She loves flashlights by her bedside at night. And some of them, they don't mark which way the batteries are supposed to go. You know how a lot of them have the picture and they say plus, minus, whatever. Some of them don't do that. And there's a few of them that I'll spend like at least 15 minutes trying to figure out which ways the darn batteries go in. It's just
Isn't it always the spring is on the negative? If there's a spring
Oh,
or something.
probably. It's something
I'm-
probably really simple like
Yeah.
that, and I've just never thought. And my grandfather was an electrical engineer for IBM. You would think I would know these things, but I don't. So I'm
Beth,
going to look that up, Nate. Thank you.
Beth Kemper, lovely to see you. And Rachel is here as well. Willie Joe, Rachel, lovely
Hi,
to see you. And
Rachel.
Maria Ramirez, welcome in, Maria. Lovely to see you too.
Hi, Maria. Welcome in. Let's see. Beth loves the piece from my mom. That's fantastic. And KP, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Susan Romey's here as well tonight. Welcome in, Susan Romey.
Hi, Susan. Lovely to see you. And hi, Serenity. Nice to see you too. I love the snowfall. Just don't like shoveling it.
Yeah, the shoveling I hear is a mess. I've thankfully never had to do that because Florida, we don't have that problem, but there's definitely other things that we sure deal with here.
Rosemary's here as well. Rosemary Jolly. Rosemary, it is always lovely to see you. Shannon Farah.
Shannon.
Hi, Sharon.
Welcome in.
Nice to see you. Time for a give. Yeah, it is time for a giveaway.
It is time for a giveaway.
Welcome in, Val M, and welcome in, Jeannie Scoop Blaylock. It is lovely to see you as well. Yes, it is time for a giveaway.
Yes, it is. We did have some crazy rain, Mom. That is just so
Angela,
cool.
I'm sorry, I didn't see your answer. If you did want that brooch or not, we'll send that to you if you wouldn't mind putting it in the chat again. Yeah. Okay, the giveaways are open to everybody. You do not need to intend to buy anything to enter the giveaways. We will cover the postage. It is a number range. I'll give you a number range. You just need to guess the correct number. It could be the bottom or the top number in the range. Guess as many times as you like. Yes, she does want that. And says she would.
Okay,
yep. I'll get that to you,
Angela.
Guess as many times as you like, but one guess at a time. The number range for the first giveaway is between 20 and 50. That's between 20 and 50. Good luck.
And you see Angela, she goes, please, sir, can I have it?
She does her Oliver twist.
You sound so Oliver. Yes. So tonight's giveaway, we will have 3 giveaways throughout the show, and all of them are my favorite giveaways because they're mystery giveaways. And I love that because I can try to theme it to the person that wins it if I know you. So that's always really fun. And I love that you get a neat little happy surprise in the mail. So that is what we're doing for tonight's giveaways. And I have the secret number, but I promise you, Angela, this is not rigged.
I know it was said with an English accent. I see the number almost immediately.
Okay, so my chat just jumped, so I've got to go back and look, and I see it too, just right away. I'm feeling pretty confident, Nate. I'm just going to go ahead and highlight it. I think it goes to Carly.
25, and it goes to Carly. Congratulations, Carly. And thanks to everyone for entering. We love doing the giveaways. Dan Farris is here. Dan, buddy, it is so good to see you.
Welcome in, Dan.
Hi, Deborah Williams.
Hi, Deborah. Good to have you in the house tonight. All right, wonderful. Well, we're just going to go ahead and jump into the Carol. Carol's here too. Welcome in, Carol.
Hi, Carol. Welcome in. Is that Carol Bloom?
It is.
Yes, Carol Bloom. Hi, Carol. And I think I saw Sylvia Lee as well, my friend Sylvia. Sylvia Lee. It is always lovely to see you, Sylvia. Okay, well, let's do the housekeeping and we'll get into our first piece.
Nate and I realize that we are such chatters, and it's already 30 minutes into the sale,
and
we haven't sold anything. So we're gonna get the sale moving along here. So you can see some bling. Also, always keep in mind that if you see something in one of my promos that I put out on Instagram or my community tab, and we realize that it's late, I am more than happy to show that item too if there's something that you really love. Carly, yes, I will give the freebie to someone who doesn't normally win. So we can do that.
Gotcha, Carly.
Gotcha, Carly. I will have Angela help me with that. So Angela, you can pick a winner and we'll give that away to them. Awesome, Carly.
Hi again, Virginia. I went back and heard you talking about the Shags. They don't sound like anyone else because they weren't allowed to listen to music. It's absolutely incredible. I tell you, I am Renee. I'm obsessed with them. Joe, buddy, nice to see you.
Hi, Joe. Welcome in. Okay. So I think most of you guys are old pros at this by now, but in case we have any new friends in the chat or folks in the Lurkers Lounge, and a big welcome to all of you in the Lurkers Lounge. I know sometimes we don't always say hello to you, but we are thinking of you and we're glad you're here. So here's how the sale is going to run tonight if you're new or you're just popping in. So if you claim an item from either Nate or me, please send the following information to my email. That's katie@katiescreations1.com. There's a couple of pieces of information I do need from you. So that's your real name, your YouTube name, your shipping address with zip code, and your PayPal email. If you win a giveaway or you claim one of the items from the sale tonight and you don't send that information, I have no way of contacting you to get you your items. So that's really important if you can do that after the sale. If you're having issues with my email, I am on Instagram as well. You can reach out there at vintage_and_vinyl. That's all spelled out AND. Okay. All of the items that you are seeing on screen tonight do ship from Florida. So even though Nate is in New Zealand, all of the items that he has are with me. So we're able to give you a great combined rate through Pirate Ship. We ship anywhere in the world the Pirate Ship will ship to, but just do keep in mind if you're overseas, the shipping will be just a little more than our friends here in the US. Please make sure with the lag tonight to do a couple of things for us to help combat the lag. I wish I could wave my magic fairy wand and make it immediately catch up and run perfectly, but unfortunately that's not how the world works. So make sure that if you are on a cellular device that you are in all messages. And if you're on a computer, you're on live chat. I'm not sure why top chat exists. It's sort of a useless option. So just go ahead and toggle out of that. Also, when bidding on an item, you will often see yourself first because there is a lag. So, and you're closest to your own internet. So just refreshing throughout the sale will really help you stay up to date with the feed. Along with that, Angela is our fabulous moderator tonight, and she will be calling all the shots. So she will put in a start price of each of our items and then a bid end as well. And we'll be letting everybody know who wins the items. And we do have to go by what Angela sees so we can keep it as fair as possible. Also, all the bids on the sale tonight are true bids, and you can outbid yourself. We do not do just in case here. And I think that's about everything. I know that's a long laundry list of little things, but hopefully that makes sense.
I think we've decided that Carolyn Harmon will be getting that giveaway that's been given back by Carly. Thank you, Carly. That's really kind. Carolyn Harmon's quite new, she says. If you'd like to send your details through to Katie, we'll get a mystery giveaway sent to you. And welcome in.
Welcome in, Carolyn. So glad you won that. Thank you, Carly, for sharing it. That is always really nice. We love that. Okay. Let's get started with a fabulous little brooch tonight. And this one really caught my eye when Nate sent this to me from a couple of things that he acquired because it's so unique in its styling. So
it's for me, it's color as well. This has got such an interesting color palette, not something that colors that I normally see together. It's like a taupe and a gray. Would that be?
Yes, that's 100% accurate, Nate.
So we think this is probably from the 1970s. It's just a fraction under 3 inches long, and it's got a beautiful high dome on this as well.
And this is starting off at $28, and the filigree work around the outside is just stunning, but the sparkle on the stones really make this brooch, along with the dome, Nate. I mean, you can really see how much that sticks out. It's just gorgeous.
I'm transfixed by this color combination. And when you have it there in that almost sort of Goldilocks zone of where the rhinestones start going completely crazy with your lights, honestly, the quality of these rhinestones is just lovely, and it is such a sophisticated color palette. It is honestly, it is so sophisticated looking, these colors together. It's something really understated, which is unusual because it is just so incredibly blingy.
I think the dome shape for me really does it.
Oh,
I mean, look at it on this bag. Is it not just gorgeous? I think Sophia's killing it tonight.
that looks absolutely breathtaking. That honestly makes that bag look like you bought it off Rodeo Drive or something.
It does. It reminds me of sort of this Italian sort of Western wear that you would see maybe out of Nashville a little bit, because you get that kind of Western color palette with the bling. It's just so good and so unique, and its shape. Yeah, I love that too, because you've got these beautiful marquees on the corners that round out that little design.
It does. It looks like it was made for it. Stephanie Kai, welcome in, Stephanie. It's so lovely to see you.
Welcome in, Stephanie.
And again, this is not a really normal color combination that I see. I find that's a very unusual, this color combination, and it really, really works. I would not have thought it, but the two colors just go beautifully together.
Yeah, they do. They're stunning. Okay, so I don't think I want to get this on a postcard, Nate, because it's honestly looking really good on this
I love
first.
it.
So I am just going to leave this here for you guys to see. You can see that beautiful steel gray color with the taupe, which I think honestly is a versatile set of color palettes, because they just go with everything. I'm always looking for the brooch that I can take on a trip that will match multiple outfits. So I don't have to haul a whole bunch of bling around, or for a wedding, this would be wonderful because it's sort of neutral. It doesn't overpower the bride, but it's just blingy enough that it can be worn on a suit jacket. You could dress it down with jeans and wear it, with a little crossbody bag for this whole kind of Western wear look. It has a lot going for it, which I think is fun. Yeah, the Elizabeth Taylor brooch. So Elizabeth Taylor. And then that dome, I mean, it just looks like a piece of jewel that's just stuck to the side of this bag. Like Nate said, something you'd see on Rodeo Drive. If I saw this on Rodeo Drive, I would think it would be like $350 to $500.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't bat an eye. I think, well, okay, that's fantastic. So.
But let's do the countdown on this one. I don't think there's any interest in this one
at the moment, but we will go ahead and start the countdown here, guys. At 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid it. Golly, that sparkle on there is just like crazy. I love that. Yeah, I think this is a great brooch. Really nice. Here's that color palette up close again.
Looks like we have a pass on that. We'll bring it back at the end, or possibly if you're watching on a replay and you like that, you can always put a comment in or email Katie.
Absolutely.
We'll show that again at the end.
Yeah, we will bring it back. No worries. Okay. I always look at my sheet because I don't put things in order, and golly, it's so hard to decide what to do first. But let's just start out with a banger. Let's just do it. I'm just gonna do it. I always get so excited to show you guys some of my most fabulous things first, and everything we have is fabulous, but the Wowzer giant bling. Okay, I got this when I was with Vinny in Maryland, at actually, it might have been in Pennsylvania. We were in the town where Francis Scott Key, who wrote our national anthem, is buried and from, which is very cool to me. And this is 2¼ inches in size. And I believe we were in an old clothing factory, was where this came from, this particular shop. It was so cool. And this brooch is starting off at $35. Now it has ever so slight gentle vintage wear, but it's this beautiful clover, and the sparkle and dimensionality on this is just lovely. I mean, I love the little baguettes going down the stem, all of the crystal rhinestones that are there, and then that beautiful puddling on the back. It is just so absolutely marvelous. And even right now, are you getting that effect, Nate, or is it just on my screen where it looks like little diamonds, little paparazzi cameras when I'm moving the brooch
It
around?
does, yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
that
You
is
get that.
so wonderful. You get that just fabulous sparkle. And I think this is a classic brooch, as other people are pointing out in the chat. It's just so fantastic
Have
on
we
the
had
shirt.
something really similar to that quite recently? I don't know why I think that I've sold something in the last couple of months that was quite similar to this, but it was a gray.
You might have, but I don't remember.
Mm.
But I'm gonna put this on OG Betty so you guys can see. And Nate, I just don't remember anymore because I researched this a while ago. The difference between clover and shamrock. So I'm calling this a clover, but it could be a shamrock. I think shamrocks have 4 leaves and clovers have 3. And I
Or
believe
you get a 4-leaf clover. I thought that they were sort of interchangeable, almost, the two terms, because you get a 4-leaf clover.
yeah, I think that there is a difference though, but I could be wrong.
See if I
I
can
think
Google
I
it
think it's
and
like
see what it
faith, hope, and
is.
love is what the clovers are supposed to stand for, the petals. I had to get that little pin adjusted there. But yes, I think this is a statement piece for sure. And it's just so delicate and so lovely, yet so blingy at the same time.
Okay, a shamrock always has 3 leaves, whereas a clover can have a varying number of leaves, whereas the 4-leaf version represents luck.
Luck. Okay, there is something I think right about faith, hope, and love. Am I completely just misremembering? I think I might misremember, but anyway, that's very, very interesting, Nate.
Everyone knows them there.
Okay,
I love this. I think it's absolutely beautiful.
we are going to get this on a postcard that says "With good wishes," which I love. This one is from 1910, and it is absolutely lovely, little floral. Oh my gosh, that looks so good together. I love the postcards and the brooches. There's just something about them. So we will go ahead and start the countdown here at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid. And it's almost like it's just popping right off the postcard. I think that's why I like it so much. And then you get a little bit of the clover down here. It's just lovely.
There, let's see if the sold comes up.
Yeah, Angela, the 4-leaf clover, they had nothing to do with it in Ireland. I think I had read that somewhere. So that they were all about the shamrock, I think. Sharon, welcome and congratulations.
Congratulations. That's a great pickup. Great pickup, Sharon.
Yeah, that's a beautiful piece. And Amy B, I was with Amy B. I met her in person and we were together when I found that piece. So that was
she's bought it in her husband's memory. He was Irish. That is lovely, Sharon. So
that's lovely, Sharon. That's wonderful. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, wow. Yeah, this one is like crazy amazing. Nate has really come up on some killer stuff lately and a lot of them are coming to this particular sale.
Yeah.
This one starts at $48 and it measures 2¼ inches in size. And Nate, do you want to announce why this one's very special?
This is an absolutely beautiful Weiss piece, signed Weiss on the back. This color saturation is absolutely insane on these stones. Now, it does have a light glow. I have in my, or I've got glow written in my notes.
Yes.
So there,
It does have a very light glow on those red stones. You can see them lighting up.
Oh, yes.
Fireworks there.
Night, Heather.
Night, Heather.
Sleep well. Bug.
Bug.
Hi. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Oh my gosh. Even on the green, this just really pops.
Weiss is insane quality. It is just absolutely insane quality. I have a thing which I know you do as well, Katie, that we both have this thing for square brooches.
Yeah.
And they wear so well and they just wear so interestingly. And again, the quality of Weiss is there. It's just such incredibly good quality. And I mean, I think everyone should have a Weiss piece in their collection. Yeah. It's just
Weiss is definitely the jewelry manufacturer that's up there with your Eisenberg, your Kramer, with all the companies that are really sought after by high-end jewelry collectors now in the costume jewelry world. So Weiss, for me, is super difficult to come by. That's one of the manufacturers of vintage jewelry that I look for, and Nate does as well, because they're beautiful quality pieces using the highest Austrian crystal. And Weiss is amazing to me because it was founded by Albert Weiss, and he worked for Coro. So we all love Coro. We know about Coro. Our grandparents wore Coro brooches, but we definitely love Albert Weiss. And his company was only around, Nate, right from like the 40s, I think 42 to 70 something.
Something like that. Window. It was a really brief window, relatively speaking, for jewelry manufacturing companies. But this is just a beautiful example of what they did. Just the color is just on, the saturation is on point. It really is. Shall we put this on a card and we'll count that down?
And you get these beautiful light pinks with the fuchsia and the reds, and then the red AB, which is just, in my opinion, just top tier. It's amazing. Red and rhinestones was harder to make for some reason in the glass. I don't know the full science behind it, but that's why I think in vintage jewelry you don't see as much red. So
in glass, didn't they have to add gold to make glass red?
I
would have thought it would be exactly the same thing with red glass rhinestones.
Yes, that's probably what that is.
It had a gold content to it. But Weiss, again, Weiss is just magnificent jewelry. It really is magnificent.
Of course, I'm searching for the right postcard for this. Oh, let's see. I had a postcard that I thought would go really well with this. And I can picture it in my mind's eye. Oh, here it is. I found it. Perfect. Okay. I have a whole stack over here that I've pulled for the sale.
Sorry you're having problems with the chat, Amanda.
I'm so sorry, Amanda. That's really rough. Go out and come back in and see if that helps at all. Okay, we will get this on our 1912 happy birthday postcard. And we're going to go ahead and start the countdown on this. Yeah, I love various shades of red and pink together. We'll start the countdown here at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid in, friends. Just a stunner of a brooch.
It has to be fired very hot and cut down on life cycle of furnaces. I've heard that's it, buddy. I've heard exactly the same things, that it cut the life of furnaces down. You are absolutely right. Thank you.
Oh, Gavin, that we're all learning something. That is so interesting.
I've heard that exact same thing, and I think I've also heard it about certain porcelain colors as well. But you're dead right. I think it goes to Valerie. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Valerie. You are going to love that. It is absolute quality. Just beautiful quality. Thank you so much. You will love it when it arrives.
Yeah, you're going to love that, Valerie. It is absolutely such a statement. Okay, why can't I unhighlight this? What is happening with my computer? It's suddenly frozen.
Oh.
It's like it froze. Okay, now it's working again. Oh man, that's stressful when technology doesn't want to cooperate.
Yeah, Anne's got a Weiss brooch with daisies, and it is adorable. It is absolutely adorable. It's enameled, and the enamel's in such beautiful condition. I saw it the other day. I just love it. I'd like you to get that, actually, Valerie. I can't wait for you to get it. It is so beautiful.
So we're bringing you double the Weiss tonight because Nate has a Weiss and I also have a Weiss, which is just coincidence, but it worked out really well. So if you missed out on that one, we've got another one for you. And this is amazing because I picked this up at a shop also on my travels with Venny. We were in this little barn out in I want to say Virginia, because he borders several states, so we traveled around. And when I found this, I was very, very excited to get it because it was Weiss and it was just gorgeous. And I did almost keep it. But then Nate reminded me that I have a square brooch that's Weiss with similar Aurora Borealis stones, and I needed to bring it to the sale. So it's coming here. This is 2.5 inches in size. And this is starting out at, I didn't change over the sheets here. This is starting out at $55. And you're going to see why, because it's just absolutely insane quality. There's a little bit of vintage wear to the back, but the front is just perfect condition. The stones are like ice. They're as sparkly as you'd ever want them to be. There's little floral dimensionality pieces, lots of dimensionality.
Oh, it's doing that whole Vaseline around the lens.
No,
I'm in a boudoir shot from the 1980s.
I know.
Wow, the lights don't really do that.
No, I know. It is that just AB sparkly and insane that it's this way. So
that's insane.
Yeah, I had to bring it. Now it does have. Oh, I dropped Clippy. It does have a little wear to the back, but I mean these things have been around for a while, so I would assume that this is from the 60s because of the AB pieces in it. Definitely vintage. I love the design. It is just so absolutely interesting and unique and different. And the colorway and the sparkle is just holy cats. Amazing.
Again, that is just blinding, the sparkle on it. It is absolutely insane.
Oh, that looks so good on Vanna White. This is just like, whoa. I love this. And again, I say this a lot with Aurora Borealis. I think it's more common to find Aurora Borealis in brooches. It's very uncommon to find an all Aurora Borealis brooch, in my opinion. And for it to be Weiss and to have so many interesting shapes of stones where you've got those little bits of baguettes, and see they're all in various sizes. You've got the rounds, you have the teardrop.
You've got this like 3 different emerald, a baguette, 2 different emerald cuts, a pear, another 3 different sized emerald cuts. It's insane. And even that tiny little one right at the very end, just to finish that point off. Is that a pear shape at the end?
At the end, yeah.
Oh, it's insane.
Actually, what's cool is it's two pear shapes that are just kind of kissing each other, which is really cool. And then there's that little round at the bottom. So I love this brooch. We'll get this on a best wishes postcard. Oh, that looks just gorgeous. See what I mean about the AB stones picking up all the colors that they're around? They just work on everything. I'll put it up against my green hat. See how it just pulls out the green? It's absolutely magical in my opinion. And this is gold tone. It is Weiss. It's just amazing. Something totally that Queen Elizabeth would have worn. 100%. Just fantastic. Now, I have a Weiss brooch, as Nate mentioned earlier, similar to this that I bought at an antique fair. And it was so amazing that I did pay up for it. And I wanted to say that I paid $85 for it because Weiss is just kind of at that price point now. So we always like to give you the deals when we can. And we know that we're bringing some more special pieces tonight. But this one is just, to me, one of the best examples you can get.
This would absolutely be well over $100 retail. Yeah. I would, if that was $130, I would not be surprised at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Okay, let's start the countdown here at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Oh, that paparazzi effect. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bid end, friends. Oh,
yeah, it would look beautiful.
Golly, that sparkle. I can't get over. I'm just mesmerized. I want to just twirl it around on screen all day.
I think Rachel's going to get it.
And let's see. I see
Rachel. Oh, great get, Rachel. That is a really, really good get. Congratulations.
That is incredible. Oh, fantastic grab, Rachel. It's really, really beautiful. Okay.
All right. Okay. I'm a bit nervous about this next one. I've got to be honest. Actually, I'm a bit nervous about the next two. Let's be honest.
But wait until you see this next one because it's just amazing.
Katie and I are always trying to look for that thing that's just different, that different colorway, that different use of stones. And this one is that in spades. It is just different. And it's, for me, a really successful design, really beautiful color palette. It starts, I paid through the nose for the next two brooches. I really had to go hard on them. It starts at $72, I think. Yeah, $72. Again, this would be a brooch that would be exceptionally expensive in a retail setting.
Yeah, I dropped Clippy, so I was just trying to make sure I had a good hold on this guy. Oh, it's doing that effect again. Oh, yeah. Gosh, that's so marvelous when it does it. The satin stones on this, Nate, are just holy cats.
It's a mixture of cabbed rhinestones and faceted rhinestones and this blue lagoon sort of a colorway, that big sort of that the big stone is cabochon, so it's not faceted, although I think it may be faceted on the bottom.
Yeah, it has to be because it has that look.
It's closed back, so we can't actually tell, but I'm sure it's got facets on the bottom. That's why it appears there. Beautiful square rivet. Look at the open backs on those. It's insanely beautiful. And as I say, we try and find these brooches that are that bit different. And
Yeah.
that looks stunning.
It does look like candy. The ones that are swirly, that have that kind of satin opalescent sheen, just make me
We do have a few brooches set aside for Halloween. I think we
we
both
do.
do. Um, not a lot of mine certainly aren't necessarily Halloween like pumpkins and things, but more that vampish sort of colored gothicy sorts of styled pieces. But we are trying to put things aside that we think might be good for Halloween.
I have a collection that I purchased of 90s enameled Halloween pins. So I have a whole bunch of really fun little kitschy, unique, different Halloween pins coming. I have a enameled trick or treat bag with little candy corns coming out of the top. I have a rhinestone pumpkin that's really fun. I have, I'm looking for spiders. I can't seem to find those. They're just as difficult as you could ever imagine to get. But I have a whole slew and then some fall themed brooches as well with the gorgeous rhinestones that we normally bring. So we'll bring those in September. I was thinking you guys can let me know if you like this idea or not, but I was going to bring one enameled Halloween brooch from the 90s with one of the more rhinestoney fall themed brooches. So there's a little something for everybody if that's something that appeals to you guys. Okay, back to this gorgeous little number right here, because this is just insanity. It is fabulous.
Oh, yeah. The color palette is just insane on it. And again, it's that Paraiba tourmaline, greeny blue. It's just so striking.
With the
Um,
ABs as well, too, because
yeah.
that's just wow. Yeah, that's really good. White shirts would be perfect for it, to be honest, and on a hat. It's a good size and it's just got so much movement and a lot happening. So I picked out a postcard. I don't normally pick them out in advance, but I did pick out a postcard for this one because I felt that it would match this really well. So I'm going to get this on this postcard from 1911. And we will go ahead and start the countdown, guys, on this. Oh, stunning. Let me just try something out over here. Oh, I like that much better. Let's start the countdown here at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid end.
Honestly, Katie, it is showing so insanely well that the color of especially the cabochoned teardrops is it's just so rich. And there's the sold, and I think it goes to Carol. Carol, oh, thank you so much, Carol. I know that was expensive. You are going to absolutely love it when it arrives. It is that much more unique than anything that you see around. Thank you so much, Carol. You will love it.
Yes, congratulations, Carol. You are getting a true special piece there. I am quite quite jealous of that one. Okay, let's do this little guy because we had some people asking about Halloween pieces. And while I don't directly have a Halloween piece in this sale, I think this is really good for fall and Halloween time. I love taupe because, again, it's one of those just luscious neutral colors that you can put with a lot of things. Whites, beiges, creams. You can even wear taupe and black together. I think there's quite a few colors that you can do with this. This brooch is 2 inches in size, and it is starting off at $34. It definitely has Austrian crystal stones with that Aurora Borealis in the middle and swirly, slender marquees going around the outside. I love this one.
Oh, it's like an imperial topaz color. But that center stone has got a different hue. It's that center stone is reading red
It's
or
kind of a rusty orange.
orange.
Yeah, so that I think makes it really good for fall, but it does get pops of red, Nate.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah.
completely wrong in that, which I think is lovely. Now, this one, I can't remember it. No, it doesn't have a glow to it. You never know, though. You got to check everything. Let me show you what the back looks like. This is straight out of the 50s, 60s, late 50s, because it does have an AB stone, but it's got that beautiful Austrian crystal. And I think I've got a light on that's a different setting, and I think it's really making these brooches just come alive tonight, personally. But this is this brooch, and I love that
Is
it's
that
all
what
palm set.
is this the light that's giving this different boudoir?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's like glam.
I love it.
I think it's great, Nate. I think we'll just make sure to leave it on this setting for next week, too.
It is.
Okay.
It's like a firework, a pinwheel.
It is. And pinwheels are just such honestly great classic designs, if you ask me. I am going to get this on a vintage postcard. I just want to find the right postcard here. Of course, we have a stack that's a mile long. Let's see. Oh, I knew I had a Clover postcard. It was here the whole time. I just couldn't find it. Oh boy. Which one shall we choose? This is kind of fun. I have just, you can envision something, Nate, in your mind, and you just saw it. You know that it's there, but then you can't seem to hunt it down. That's what's happening to me right now. I won't spend
My whole life seems to be often about sitting in one place for an extended period of time and losing something small, like my vape pen or something, and I've not moved and I've not moved anywhere, and things just disappear, and then they show up,
and then
later.
they reappear.
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure that's just age.
I found what I was looking for, which is great. So I can now share this with you guys on the postcard. This says, Thanksgiving Day greetings for the bounty of the year, for the friends that we hold dear, for blessings on the way. Let's all be thankful for today. I love the little sentiments on these old postcards. Okay, so we'll get that on this and see how lovely those fall tones go together with the postcard. I think that's a really nice match. We'll start the countdown here at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bid in. And I like that you get the little AB stones on the end. So they add a little touch of that orange back into that kind of topaz-y taupe color.
I think it reinforces the movement of it as well.
Oh, yeah.
It really makes the eye, helps the eye make it sort of move like that firework or pinwheel or, oh, Dennis is in. Goodbye, Dennis. That one. That's a nice piece.
Yeah, Dennis, you're going to adore that when you get it in person.
Dennis, which brooch was it that you ended up wearing to the wedding? I know you bought a lot, but which one was it that you actually ended up wearing?
Yeah, I'd love to know, Dennis, because and maybe if you want, you could share a photo. If not, I understand. You can always just email us if you feel so inclined, if you have a photo. That sounds exciting. But no pressure, of course, Dennis. Okay. It's time, Nate, for the glam shot of the evening.
This is the other brooch that I had to really pay up for, unfortunately. Fortunately, unfortunately, I don't know. So I do understand that this is quite a bit of money and it might not sell. It is a $75 start. got to try not to apologize for it. This is magnificent. There's absolutely no other word for it. That the color saturation, this fuchsia, which has a nice mild glow under black light.
You can't see it here, but it does. You can see the little bit of glow at the end.
So I do understand that it's quite an expensive piece, but this is an exceptional piece of jewelry. Age.
I think that this has got to be 50s. It's glamorous. It's rhinestones. It's got this lovely waterfall.
It's
dangle
the 50s,
design.
That 50s dangle,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Juliana. It certainly is the quality. I didn't actually even look this one over against the Juliana website, to be honest.
But the quality is there. That I can attest to for Juliana. I can't confirm that it is, but definitely it's got, trying to get that on the black just to give it a little, oh gosh, that's so cool. The pink.
Yeah. And as I say, Katie and I are really trying to bring the absolute best quality of everything possible. We really, that is our absolute mission, to bring you the best of the best. What is the dimension of the piece with and without the tassel, perhaps?
Yes. So with the dangle, it is a whopping brooch at 4 inches long, and across it is 2 inches in size. So it's a really, really good size. And this fuchsia, I mean, it's showing up, I think, so well. You've got fuchsia and purple. So a really great color combination that's just honestly popping. And these purple stones all glow green, and then you've got all of the puddling on the back and the dangle, which I just adore. And
it is showing beautifully. It really is.
This would be a great brooch, honestly, to wear at the collar, because you can just see I'm kind of modeling in it tentatively here, but look at that. I mean, it just, with the dangles, oh my gosh, and a blazer, you could have so much fun at the collar wearing.
That's giving me a bit of rhinestone country and western when you actually have it there at your throat like that.
Yeah, it kind of is that those what are they called? They're not vests, but they've got the big kind of like Elvis in a way, but not so gaudy.
I love that at the throat. It just looks wow.
Yeah, or on a cowboy hat. Honestly, you put that on a cowboy hat. My hat crown is not tall enough here for that. But you can see where that on a cowboy hat would just be like fringe. Yeah, sort of like fringe.
Yeah, or if you were to like pin it on your pocket of your on your breast pocket, and it could sort of sit above the pocket and the dangles sort of below where the pocket starts. Anyway, it is this again. I think is one of the top 10 finest pieces of jewelry I have ever bought to a sale.
It is like a rhinestone cowboy.
Yeah. But let's put it on a card and count it down.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any interest in that, and I totally get it.
Okay, we're gonna get this on our best wishes postcard with this beautiful rose from 1913. I'm going to hold it because, well, this brooch has got a lot happening. In fact, Nate, I'm going to show it on the card, and then I'm just going to hold it up.
Okay.
It is quite a looker. Okay, let's go ahead and start the countdown. Yes, it kind of has a Native American dream catcher feel as well.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, let's start the countdown here at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16,
Oh, yeah.
15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you cannot miss out on this brooch. It is so good.
Oh, Dan. Man, Dan is in.
Oh, great for a Christmas tree.
Oh my God, it would make the most amazing Christmas tree ornament.
Yeah, it would. It would kill.
Oh, wow. I think Noel. Thank Dan, buddy. Thank you for your bid, man. Thank you. Thank you, Noel. You're gonna love it. As I say, I think that is absolutely my top 10 pieces of jewelry that I have ever bought to a sale, possibly ever owned. Um, thank you so much. Thank you, Dan, too, buddy. I do really appreciate your bid. I get really nervous about investing a lot of money in single pieces. And I know, Katie, we talk about this
Yeah.
quite often, and it's quite nerve wracking. But I'm so glad that those last two pieces of mine have been accepted so well into the sale. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. You're gonna adore those when you get them in person. That piece is just great. And I have another spectacular piece tonight in the sale as well. And I think that this is just the top tier of probably best bracelets that I've ever brought to the sale. So I had a really fabulous bracelet last week. I managed to get some top tier pieces. And this one is tonight up because you guys asked last week if I could bring another bracelet of the same kind of caliber. So this one measures 7¼ inches in size. So it's a good standard size. And I don't know who made this.
Just before you do this, people, Katie bought a bracelet last week that was exceptional, and people loved it. There was a lot of interest in it. And I sort of thought that was possibly the best bracelet I'd ever seen in my life. And then she brings this one out and shows this to me this afternoon. And this is, I think, mind-blowing. I'm just going to preface it. I think this bracelet is mind-blowing.
Thank you, Nate, because I do think it's pretty special. And with the light doing its thing tonight, I think this is just going to like blow your mind. Okay, we're going to start this brooch off at $62. And guys, I don't know who made this, but it is one of the top manufacturers of the day. Get ready for pure magic. Just nothing but rows of pear-shaped glory with clear, icy ABs and this beautiful puddled, just fantastic, smooth as ever, shiny, gorgeous, absolutely insane bracelet.
And it's like ice. If they're like diamonds, and we've got to keep the setting. Whatever the setting is on the light.
Look at it. Oh my gosh. That thing is.
This is insane.
I am loving this right now. I feel like I'm in my own like private paparazzi concert or red carpet event. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
The sparkle.
Everything looks so romantic and
luscious and wonderful.
Yeah. Oh, and I love that touch where they put a featured stone on the clasp. Again, this is just absolutely the height of manufacture, and it has the safety chain.
Yeah, any of the better jewelry pieces would have cared about the quality and especially the fact that they didn't want you to lose it. So I'm not fastening the safety chain, because that's a little more clumsy on camera to do. But you can see that this was definitely something that was extremely prized by the manufacturers because of the
No,
fantastic thing.
there's no stones in the middle, is there? It is literally
No.
two pear-shaped stones that are just offset each other. I see where it gives that almost illusion that there's a circular stone in the middle there, but there isn't. It is just the bare minimalist design of two slightly offset pear cut stones, and
Yeah.
it is just it's exceptional, honestly.
It's exceptional. And it has a tongue and box clasp. So it's very easy to put on, which I appreciate because bracelets that have a lot of challenges to wear definitely make it hard. But this one's just, to me, the sparkle, the design. I mean, having a bracelet that is all pear shapes that are going in opposite directions of each other that just nestle in so beautifully is the pinnacle of design.
Put the palm of your hand on your shoulder. Put your hand on your shoulder so you, in essence, have it at the.
Oh yeah! Wow!
Just mesmerizing, honestly.
Seriously, Sharon, some angel flew over and totally lost their bracelet. They came down from the glittery clouds of heaven and just, poof. That's what happened. I mean, I've just never in my life seen a bracelet like this, y'all. So I was really thrilled to get this piece because it's like so insane. Okay, so I'm going to show you the clasp, and it has a wonderful click. If you love that really good sound of something that's incredibly nicely made, yeah, there it is. And then I'm going to hold it over here towards the microphone, and I'll be quiet so you can hear that satisfying. Yeah, that is beautiful. Okay, let's count this down.
Honestly,
I could spend here.
It's insane. I mean, the withstanding the amazing light setting that we've accidentally discovered, this piece is exceptional. It is,
so.
Yeah, little black dress and that.
Yeah, that's all you need. Honestly, this might sound a little funky, but you could just walk out naked.
I'm sorry, Carly. I picked the wrong show to be not buying on.
I know, Carly. Well, I know you're in a no buy, but maybe you break the no buy for something that you'll never see again. Because I have been doing jewelry a while, and Nate has too, and we've just not seen anything at all like this. But no pressure.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. We'll start the countdown on this, guys. This is gorgeous. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bid ends, guys. Woo.
I've decided I am on a mission to out bracelet you.
You're gonna out bracelet me.
I have got to out bracelet you. Those last 2 weeks of those bracelets, yeah.
It's just crazy, guys. So I will be on the hunt. Nate will be on the hunt. We will do our best to hunt another fantastic blingy piece like this. And I do have, I think, out of this little collection I was able to come by, I do think I've got maybe one more similar to this, but nothing like this at all. But it's still fabulous. So if you guys would like, I will bring another bracelet next week, but just let me know.
Yeah. I think by the fact that there were so many people bidding on that, and I'm sorry, look, Rosemary and Serenity, you came in after the sold. I'm so sorry you missed out. That goes to Maria Ramirez for $89. That is a great pickup. Honestly, Katie, that bracelet, it was mind-blowing. My mind is absolutely blown. I'm convinced that's the best thing in the sale. And I've
I
already
must
got,
say, it showed up so well on
yeah,
camera, and I don't even know how I got this light setting. I literally just turned on this light. But in fact, I might want to take a picture of what setting it's on right now
yeah.
so that we can get this back in the future in case it disappears. Because it's just, oh my gosh. It's
I wear that's the New Year's dance. Nice.
Yeah, it's okay. So the light is brighter. So it's at 25% as opposed to 1. So
Oh,
that's making a massive difference over here.
okay.
Okay.
Just stunning. I think
Shall
we've
we
got
do
a giveaway.
a giveaway?
I think we've got a giveaway. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We know it's late. We so appreciate you being with us. We really, really do appreciate you spending your time with us. We know it's really late, and we so appreciate each and every one of you. The giveaways, we love doing the giveaways. They are open to everyone to enter. You don't need to purchase anything. I'll give you a number range, and you just need to guess the number. It could be the low or the high number in the number range. Please guess as many times as you like, but one guess at a time. The number range for this giveaway is between 60 and 90. That's between 60 and 90. Good luck.
Good luck, everyone. And I see Maria saying she's going to wear that to the New Year's dance.
Yeah.
Maria, everyone is going to notice you, and you're going to be fabulous.
Yeah. And Maria, once a spotlight hits that, because there's going to be spotlights at a New Year's dance, yeah, that is going to light up.
So, okay. Maria, do you go to a like dancing club? I know we have several like fun dancing clubs here in town, not like a rave club, but you know, like more fun kind of swing dance, classic dance places that I think would be fun to try out. Or is this a friend's party? I'm always interested in that. I think that's really cool. I actually for New Year's, I bought these shoes, which Nate, I think you've seen, and I've only worn one time because I'm waiting for New Year's Eve to wear them. Nate got me a JJ champagne bottle brooch, which I love, and it's gold, and it matches these shoes that are all sequined. They are gold sequin with silver sequin, and they have a horse bit, and they are pretty fabulous. So I'm like planning already my New Year's Eve outfit because I've got to be extra sparkly. Wow. And I will post some pictures.
Okay, I've seen the number quite early on in the chat. In fact, I have sent you a message with the person.
Yeah, let me see because I'm a little further. Yep, that's who I see too.
Okay, the number was number 73, and that goes to Karen Lord. Congratulations, Karen Lord.
Karen, you are going to love the mystery giveaway when you get it. Very excited to give that to you. Congratulations on winning our giveaway. Fantastic. And do stick around because we have one more giveaway at the end of the sale, which will be very fun. Okay. Oh, yes. It's time.
Ed says this is rigged.
This is rigged. Rigged.
Is this the next one mine?
This next one is one of my favorite things you have in the sale.
I'm really fond of this one too. I mean, I'm fond of this particular brooch because it combines a couple of things that I really, really like in costume jewelry. One of those things is brutalism. And one of those things is faux pearls and clear rhinestones. I love it. This is a Crown Trifari.
Yep, and it has the copyright on the back.
Okay, and I've got those dates, and I'll talk about those dates. There are some pieces of Trifari that the market just really likes, and this is one of those. Oh, Amy, lovely to see you.
Hi, Amy.
I hope you sleep well, and I hope you have a great week. This one, with its earrings, sold for over 100 I think.
Yep,
And it
95.
has sold quite solidly for about $48-50 the brooch on its own. I just love this. There is something so interesting about it. As I say, it's the I can see that cornucopia, and I
Oh
didn't see
yeah, it
that
kind of
before.
has that.
So this one regularly sells for around the $40 to $50 mark. I've got this at 32. I got a good price. Again, this was a part of a lot that I had to fight really hard for. I love it like that. I just think it is so interesting. People, an angel wing, yeah, I can see that as well.
To me, it kind of looks like a wave, an ocean wave, and
Oh,
especially, if you've got it this way.
oh, as the waves are crashing, it's the foam.
Yeah, sort of. That's how I see it. But
Oh, I think this is a piece that's got a lot going for it. I love I love Trifari designs. When it comes to the marks for Trifari, there's lots of information on the web of it, but I'll give it a nice quick breakdown. Founded in 25 by Trifari, Kussman, and Fischl. So their earliest mark from 25 to mid 1930s was a KTF. From the mid 30s to 55, we've got Trifari Pat penned, or just Pat for patent. And then at about 37 or 39, it seems to be conflicting information, through to 1955, the crown was placed over the T. And from 55 to 69, there is the crowned Trifari with the copyright C. So this brooch falls in the 1955 to 1969. After that, the T went crownless in the 1970s to the 1980s. And then it was Trifari TM, the trademark symbol. They were bought out in 2000, and they did continue to produce unmarked pieces. Some were sold on cards that were marked, but it was considered much less quality at that stage. Night Raven. Sorry.
Night Raven, sleep well.
So yeah, again, I just I love it. I think there's just so much going on at this.
I love Trifari, and I think I like Trifari not only for their really just classic design, but the fact that Gustavo Trifari, the man that founded it, was from his uncle was from Italy, or they were, and he was a goldsmith. So they kind of had a good idea of beautiful jewelry, and then they really implemented it in these pieces that look so high end. And at the time, and still is in today's market, Trifari was one of the top, pieces that you would buy. It wasn't something that you could just, randomly come upon at a $5 store.
Yeah, it was 32. It was 32. I'm not sure if Carol Bloom was actually bidding or if she was answering Karen Lord.
Gotcha. 32. Okay.
Sorry,
yeah,
Carol, if that's a bid, if you could confirm that, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
look at that. My intro into Crown Trifari was a brooch earring set I bought for $7 at a thrift store just because they were pretty, and realized they've sold them for $600
on eBay. Wow.
Oh, it is a bit. It is a bit. Thank you.
It is a bit. Some of the Trifari stuff, Nate and I were talking because I really love these gold tone pieces myself and the brutalism of them all. And of course, there's some brutalist pieces I've picked up in a similar way because people see them as just gold tone and they're not overly blingy, so they don't price them high. And I've looked up a couple pieces I've just gotten for a steal of a deal. And because they're brutalist and they're, just fabulous, they sell for just tons of money. It's crazy.
I had a hope that this could have been an Alfred Philippe design simply because the design is
So
so
good.
incredible. I could not find it in the US patent listings under Trifari jewelry. That's one of the another really interesting thing about Trifari. They patented their designs. So the patent site for US patent site is an absolute treasure trove of information about identifying Alfred Philippe pieces. This piece isn't, although I couldn't find it, but I sort of was almost expecting that it would be because the design just works so well.
It really does. I love it. And I thought this Key West postcard, as Lisa's pointing out, really does go well with this. The way I see it is a wave, but I definitely get angel wing and all the other things. That's the great thing with Trifari is you can kind of interpret their designs and they just go with everything. They're classic. So let's go ahead and start the countdown. Yes, as a solid gold brooch because they just go with everything. They're so easy to wear. 100%, Patricia. When I travel, and I've said this a ton on the sale, but it's true. Nate knows I pick out brooches I'm going to wear with certain outfits, and I don't always reach for my rhinestone pieces because I don't know that all of the colored ones, you have to bring a lot of them to match all the different outfits. And you bring a couple of these and you've instantly elevated your outfit without taking up a lot of room in the suitcase, which is great.
And I just love the fact that, people have said in the chat, and I agree with every single person, angel wing, I see it. Wave, I see it. And I just love the idea of a brooch that people could look at and interpret in so many different ways. But I think for me, the strongest, and Anne said cornucopia, and someone said
totally
sort of marine life, and I sort of see something shrimp-like or prawn-like happening. But to me, it is now a wave in my head, and those are the foam. The pearls are the foam, and the rhinestones are the glint of the sunlight. It's incredible. Nick Buddy, nice to see you, Nick.
Yeah, pure elegance. I agree. Okay, let's start the countdown on this. This would look really fabulous.
I'm just waffling on at this stage.
We could talk about this for eons because it's so cool. I love it. All right, let's start the countdown here at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I mean, it's totally a work of art. And yes, it does look like a palm frond.
And I tell you, a palm frond too. It's just, I tell you what, I guess that makes this an incredibly successful design. If so many people can see so many different things in it, I mean, I
think it's great. That is a really great grab.
Carol, fantastic. Thank you so much, Carol. I'm sorry you missed out on that, Karen. And thanks to everyone who was bidding on that piece. It was a real favorite. And one that was almost going to be put in the pile of stuff that I keep rejecting from selling. It almost got into that pile that would have sat there for 2 years before I considered selling it. But Katie actually convinced me to put it in the sale. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Carol. I really appreciate everyone.
Yeah, it's a great piece. I almost asked you, Nate, if I could buy it from you.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
No, I never said it because I knew it needed to come to the sale.
All right. I'm really glad that people like
Yeah.
that one, because to me that is everything in a brooch.
Yeah, I think it's stunning. Okay, so up next, I have a really fabulous piece of jewelry, and I know that you guys all love the cameos. And I search high and low, Nate and I both do, to find true shell cameos, because you find a lot of the resin cameos out of the 1950s where they were copying a lot of that early style. But this one is a true shell cameo, which I was so pleased to get. And this one is starting off at, let me see here, it's over here.
Perry,
Hi, Perry.
Hi, Perry Hahn. It's so nice to see you.
Welcome in. This is starting off at $42. Now, I do want to mention that the back has been fixed by a person. So I'll show you that. But let me show you the cameo. It is real shell set in what I believe to be a gold-plated material. And it's absolutely gorgeous. I'll hold the light up behind it so you can see that there truly is no cracks. You
That's
can
right.
see that
So
there. It's in great condition.
If you don't know, when you're buying a cameo, you want to hold it up so you're looking at the back to light, and that's when the cracks will show, because the shell, the material, it's natural material, it is prone to cracking. Especially where we've got houses where temperatures fluctuate and humidity, the cameos crack just by themselves. You look at it wrong and it could crack. So when you're buying them, hold them up to the light and you will see if there's any cracks, and also you'll see if it's signed. Now, I don't believe this is a signed piece, but you just need to hold it in the raking light, and if you see some scratches on a perfectly smooth back, that is a signature.
Oh, that's fantastic to know, Nate. Yeah, I don't see a signed mark on this, but this is the clasp where someone has lovingly taken a piece of metal and just put it through the pin back there to kind of hold that on. It works perfectly, and I can tell you that I don't think that this is going to break off, come off, have any damage, but I do want to point that out. Now, this cameo has an earlier back. You can see that safety catch. So I'm assuming that this is probably 1930s or 40s based on that safety latch, because they did those earlier safety latches like in the 30s, 40s, and I believe by 1940 the safety clasp was totally in use. So that is my guess on age. I don't believe this is from the 50s or later because of the shell. And it has these beautiful big claws holding this in. I think the carving's really lovely with that floral design in her hair. Cameos were really popular because they were portable souvenirs for tourists that were visiting Pompeii back in the day, and they would bring them over from Italian cameo shops in England, France, and bring them back to America. So they were very, very popular, and they are carved obviously from shell. And I just think that they're lovely pieces. So finding shell cameos out in the wild, I can tell you from my long amount of searching, is very difficult because a lot of shops see them and they price them up so high. There's a really lovely shop in our town that I visit, and the lady I've told you is just a delightful friend of mine, and she has the most fantastic collection of shell cameos, but they are well over $100 to $200 a piece. So this, I think, is a great bargain if you're wanting to get into shell cameos. This one has a great design, and I can't guarantee for sure, by the way, that it is gold plate, but just based on the material and the outside, that is my best guess. I think these are just lovely.
Welcome in, Christina Nix. Lovely to see you. You're welcome, Rosemary. We do not gatekeep any knowledge, any sort of knowledge here. We are not gatekeepers. If you want to know about the online resource material that we use to identify Juliana, You want to know the website for the patent office. If you don't want to search for it, I can give you that. We love the free exchange of information. Yeah,
We really do.
that's the fun part. It really is the fun part.
Well, also, I feel like I owe this community to so much because all of you guys in turn have taught us things, and we've learned from other resellers and people on line. George is a wealth of knowledge. I've met people in fields at all these antique shows where I've learned something from. So I feel like it's a great way to share our knowledge and learn about something really interesting. And so I don't want to be that person that gatekeeps, because I think we should all have access to learning about things, because so many people have taught me things. So that's how I feel, and we're always happy to share. So love learning about things as well. Okay, let's start the countdown on this. This is gorgeous, and I've got it on our Valentine's postcard. Love the classic lady. I think she just looks so good on a jacket lapel or a just anything you want to put her on, because you can't go wrong with cameos. They're classic. Okay, we'll start the countdown here at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid. And look at the detail work in her hair. That's the thing, is the work and the small fine details that people put into these things. I mean, this was carved out of shell, is absolutely mind blowing to me. And then you add the beautiful ornate bezel to this that it said.
And she's also pretty. It's a little sort of mean to say that.
I know what you mean.
Sometimes that they're not pretty. Sometimes they're perhaps they're carvers at the beginning of their careers, let's say, and the carving isn't great, but she is pretty. She looks
detail,
pretty.
the fine facial details, and some of them are not carved as well. So I know what you mean, Nate.
My granddaughter has loved researching the brooches I gave her in an advent calendar. That's lovely.
Oh, that's fun.
No, there are cameos of men, and they are much rarer. It's also rarer to have a cameo facing left than it is right. Men are rarer. Having two figures are rarer, and the market really likes, and I do too, when it's a god or a goddess, and you can tell which god it is by certain things that they're holding or have in their hair or whatever. And yes, sometimes the nose is missing. But
there's also mourning pieces as well that you'll find at a vulcanite, which is black and in color and earlier. So those are definitely really difficult to come by. There's just all kinds of fantastic things out there.
As Karen says, scenes are rarer as well. I've got a really large, beautiful cameo that's on my Instagram somewhere in the deep past that Bron had given me, and it is a scene, I'm pretty sure.
That's lovely. Dennis, thank you so much. I can't wait for you to get that, because I know you're going to love that. And you're really collecting a true piece of history there, which is cool. Okay, this next piece is 2 inches in size, and it's starting off at $32.
Okay. This has got some very gentle vintage wear. Some of the stones are just a tiny little bit yellowing, but this is a lovely quality piece. A really unusual design as well. It looks very royal to me.
Kind of like a crown, which I love.
And again, it's showing beautifully at that distance, and it does look like a crown. It really does look like a crown.
This is best suited, I think, for a hat. I mean, it just really, really looks regal on a hat. And the sparkle is so good. Oh, also this at the collar, you can wear this multiple ways. So right now it's kind of up like a crown, but I think if you wore it this way at the
Oh,
collar,
that's smart. I like that.
oh yeah, I love that too.
I've seen a lot of mourning brooches with hair elements in them, and they go so high, Sharon. So always out of my my budget, good quality mourning
And
jewelry.
I sent this video, which reminds me, I was going to mention this on the sale, Nate, if you don't mind. Take just a second. There is a hair, if you love mourning jewelry and mourning hair,
yes.
I think I sent this to you, Layla's Hair Museum, but they've got fantastic collection of these really, really, really ornate jewelry pieces that have hair in them, and lots of history. Let me see. She's okay. There's some of the pieces. Look at this, guys. This is insanely amazing. And it's a whole full collection of jewelry and framed art, framed hair. So this is in, I don't know where this is actually. It doesn't say. But if you look up hair anthropology, I think you'll be able to find out more details about that. But that is just really cool. Okay, so back to our stunning crown brooch. The dimensionality on this, Nate, is really nice because it does kind of pop off your shirt.
It is a really, really interesting design and a really interesting placement of the stones. It is showing quite. Is it really as yellow as it's showing? Because I don't actually remember it being quite.
No, it's not. So my light, for all of you guys that are wondering, I don't know if you can see, but it is. This is the color saturation that I've got it on, and right now it is a warm tone because I find that works really well for the sales. But for the clear brooches, for whatever reason, guys, it just kind of reads a little bit more yellow. So let me turn the light away, because when it's away, you can see how.
So this is much more indicative of what it truly looks like.
This
with
is
that
what the
warm light,
shows.
the stones at the top look really yellow, and they are just not that yellow.
So this is the kind of piece that I think needs to find a good home. You know, it has a little bit of vintage wear, but it's fabulous. It's got a lot of sparkle, a lot of life left in it. And I also sort of love sometimes that worn look because it adds to its story, the fact that it was maybe passed down in a family and obviously lived a great life. So imagine all the red carpet somebody wore this to, or to a first date with a guy or a girl or another guy, you never know. Or, you know, think of all the endless things. Maybe somebody wore this to prom, or they wore it to a school dance, or on their grandmother's sweater that they got handed down. You know, you just think about all these stories and you want to know, like, who wore these? So we will start the countdown. Oh yeah, this postcard is great. This is a Tux postcard from France, which is very cool.
And what the age did we think this was? We think this is proper 50s.
Yeah, I do because of the back.
Yeah, so I think this has a really good solid amount of age to it, 1950s.
Yeah. I do too. Let's go ahead and start the countdown here at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid end, friends.
Okay, I don't think we have any interest in that one, which is okay.
Well, there's a lag, Nate.
Michelle. Hi, Michelle Mendito. Nice to see you.
Michelle.
95. Could well have been something.
Oh, yeah, Greg.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Michelle. It's done in person. It is absolutely gorgeous. Sorry, Anne. See, Anne just full named me for jumping the gun.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Michelle. You'll love it.
It's
Sorry, Anne.
beautiful, Michelle. Thank you for giving it such a good and loving home. Okay. Let's see. Oh, let's do this one. Okay. So I have a duet brooch here, and I always look for these. I think they are
Hey,
so fascinating.
you're in New Jersey. Is that where you normally live, Michelle? Or are you on are you on holiday? You call it vacations, don't you? We always say holiday. In New Jersey.
Welcome in. Glad to have you, Michelle. That's cool. Okay, so I always look for duet brooches because I think they're really amazing in design. I love things in not only jewelry, but in other types of things where, they're made. Oh no, my light just went out. Of course.
Oh, wow.
Really
The
sparkly
change in light suddenly is
I
really
know.
unusual.
Really dark. Okay, so we'll have to carry on because this light has officially died. But these are neat because it's that kind of design where it's, functional as a brooch, but then it's also made to be something else. So somebody just really thought about the design, and these are so cool. So this one does have some wear, but they are becoming harder and harder to find. So I'll show you what a duet brooch is if you've never seen them before, because when I first saw them, it kind of blew my mind. This is 3 inches in size. And this is starting off at $28 because of the wear. These are really neat. So what they are is a beautiful bar brooch that you can totally wear as a bar, like at the collar or sideways on a little lapel or on a purse. But you can see the finding in the back. They come off. So usually you can just pull them right like this out of the housing. And you've got the housing that, if I don't drop it, that you can store. And then these turn into dress and or shoe clips. And you can see that they've got the little tines, and then they become something completely different. So now you can get kind of dual purpose out of something, and they look great on the edge of a collar. So you have lots of options with these. And I think they're so cool because they fit just as easily as they came out of the duet brooch. They
I just love
match.
the engineering of it all at the back. Yeah. It's just so nice. Heidi says a cool thing I did a wedding shower for nephew's bride. I gave her a brooch and pinned it on her, and she was a thrifter. She's so happy. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, people that thrift, I think, just get it. They do. So this is kind of a neat thing. So you've got it as a beautiful little bar that pops greatly onto a vintage clutch, or you can take it off and zhuzh up your shoes. This is really kind of the perfect wedding brooch. And unfortunately, yes, you can see that it has some darker stones. You could absolutely have those replaced. Or you can just leave them and enjoy the vintage wear that kind of gives that sweet vibe to it. Now, I wanted to rescue this brooch because otherwise it was going to be thrown away. And I just couldn't bear to see that because it had some wear and the people just didn't seem to see that it was beautiful. So I needed to rescue it in my life, and I wanted to pass it along to one of you guys so that it would be forever preserved to give it a good home. And again, like I said, the engineering is just fabulous. That you can turn it into whatever you want. So you can get really creative with these. They do have the tines, so it does make it harder to clip these, say, onto ephemera, but you could do this onto your winter coat, your bag, however you choose to do it. But this one is really easy. I have another one that you have to remove the pin back and slide them out. But this one, I tell you, it just goes as easy as it comes apart, which is really nice because there's less fuss. So we'll go ahead and start the countdown.
Did I put that in the chat? Did I put that in our chat the other day? And was it with that beautiful antique coral brooch with the dangles? So she basically got a necklace that was closed, like it was. You can imagine a necklace that didn't have a clasp on it, and then she put it around the back of her neck, and then used a brooch to close it in the front.
Oh, that's cool.
Looked really good. It looked so
Oh, I
good.
see what you're saying. I can
Yeah,
picture that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. This one's great because you've got the square and the round rhinestones mixed in. So we'll go ahead and start the countdown on this at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and bid end. Thank you guys so much for enjoying and having a look at this piece. I bought this when I was in Kentucky, and it was literally a lot of the booths on the yard sale. They tend to just leave if they don't have a tent or they're not well established. The rain comes, those afternoon storms, and they just bucket on all of the items. And a lot of times people come back and everything in their booth is ruined. And this is one of those pieces. And the guy was like, he was still selling things, but he goes, I'm just probably going to throw a lot of this away. And I just could not bear. I could not bear to see a brooch being chucked away. It hurt my heart. So, Carol, you have rescued this wonderful little fabulous piece. So thank you very much. Okay. Let's see. That goes to Carol.
No. My next one is, it's got to be almost the last of my European.
We unearthed another one the other day. I thought we had found them all, but there was one hiding. So we've got a great European piece for you guys.
So this came from my Ukrainian dealer, my Eastern European dealer of brooches, and this is this is gorgeous, and obviously the saturation of the color of the stones is amazing, and then you see how much cadmium is actually in these pieces. And there's another one that looks like it's only got cadmium in half of it.
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
This has the most insane and intense glow. And again,
this is starting off at $32.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. It is 38 actually. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misread my sheet.
The color saturation, I say, is absolutely insane. They're all glass, aren't they?
Yeah, all solid glass. Beautiful.
And this beautiful intense red, but we were both shocked. It actually even shows up more. I don't think it's actually showing as much as there really is the cadmium, and it glows incredibly. What's the dimension? It's about
it's 2 inches in size.
Okay.
So it's a good size. I'm looking for a postcard, Nate, to just pop this onto so everybody can see the color really well. I think it will lend itself on a white postcard. I know it's not Christmas, but let's just pretend that we're getting cooler, better, happier weather here with this New Year's greeting postcard. Yeah, you can really see the red on that. It's just stunning. So 2 inches in size. Love that kind of pinwheel effect with the giant glass stone in the middle.
Yeah. And again, we talk about how the European designs are just different. This, again, is one of those, it's just different than you see of American designs at the time. And maybe a lot of it's the heavy use of the navette. This is what I call a navette. rather
It's a
than a
slender
marquee.
marquee.
Yeah, and this is the line for me. The smallest of them is a Navette, but I would call the biggest of them still a marquee, I think. So that's my
Neat
personal
nose.
sort of line in the sand, and I think it's different for everybody. Um,
It's a
but
great Christmas brooch. I sort of envision this on a big, heavy cashmere or wool coat with this, popped right on the lapel or done up in your hair for Christmas. Or as Nate was saying, wear a necklace, pop a brooch onto it, make it a little choker if you want with a velvet ribbon. I think that's beautiful. There's a
and
lady that does that at one of our antique malls. She's always got a fun little cameo or vintage brooch with that beautiful velvet ribbon, and it just looks so nice.
do you think this could be a little bit Halloweeny with this sort of
Sure.
large red vampish color, and maybe the fact that it glows could also
Yeah.
be a little bit spooky as well. So maybe
Yeah,
it could be.
Halloween as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
look,
would.
Lisa says blood red is
Yeah.
great for Halloween.
I would put this on either a vampire outfit, or if you're going as a witch, I could see this being like on the witch's hat, or you could wear it. I'm trying to picture what their like cape is that they wear, but I've seen brooches on them kind of witchy, so that's kind of fun. Or Valentine's Day or 4th of July. I mean, honestly, this brooch is so versatile that I think you get a lot of wear out of it. Plus,
Yeah.
red's my favorite color, so I'm always attracted to anything red. Well, we'll start the countdown on this at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I'm thinking not of a witch's cape, but the vampire capes with the big collar, and you could wear it kind of pinned like that. Ooh, that would be cool.
It would pop on white. It would. Yeah. It would be absolute pop on white. There is the sold.
Angela, thank you so much. And that is going to Rosemary. Congrats.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much, Rosemary. You will love it when it arrives. The color is just insane.
Yeah, it's absolutely stunning. Okay, we're going to kind of speed around these next couple of pieces just because I know that it is getting late, but we do have some fabulous little things up. And this next piece is one of my mom's pottery pieces. And this one is adorable. He is just so cute. So if you've been interested in buying one of my mom's pottery pieces, but you're like, oh, I don't have a lot of space. I get that. I don't have a lot of space either. I like my maximalist collections. This is sort of perfect for you. Plus, I just love adorable things. So this is starting off, Angela, at $45. And it is 3 inches in size and its height. And this is made out of earthen stoneware. And it is this fantastically adorable little jar with strawberries on it. And it's made from earthen stoneware, so you can see the natural speckles in this. And it does have a rim of real 22 karat gold on the top. And this one has some fun surprises. So we've got a real vintage Lisner earring that has been utilized on the top. And you can see Mom's put that beautiful white glaze underneath. And in the bottom, there's a vintage inspired little surprise that matches the strawberries on the outside for just a little bit of whimsy and fun. And my mom has signed it. All of the pieces, if you've never bought one of these before, do come with a hand-signed note from the artist, as well as a really wonderful little presentation box that my mom has put together. So it's really a whole little gift in of itself. These are done by using white glaze which is fired at a separate temperature than the gold that you see here. And then it's fired again to get this paper transfer design on the outside. So my mom has to cut each of the little designs you're seeing here by hand. And so like this flower applique would be applied, and then you'd have to get the next part of the design lined up next to it right here. So this takes hours of work to get these strawberries, because they're not one sheet that you just sort of put on. They are literally hand cut out by my mom and applied and then fired at a different temperature. So I just think that this guy is jolly and adorable and small and perfect and just so fabulous with his little lid, green faux pearls, and those happy strawberries. So let's go ahead and start the countdown on this at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid in, friends. Gorgeous work here, guys.
Adorable.
I know, I love
It's
it.
the fact that she's actually made a lid that perfectly fits within the piece is mind-blowing to me.
Yeah.
Because I just can't help but think I would spend forever making bowls and lids that never matched each other, you know.
Well, I can tell you, Nate, that that is something that's very difficult. So when you fire things in a kiln, there is always this thing that happens where you can measure it with calipers when you're throwing the piece, and then it shrinks. So mom might make, I'm not kidding, 10 lids that may not fit until you get one that just fits perfect. And then sometimes you get a lid and it just works out. But I mean, I tell you, this lid fits it's just amazing. And I have watched my mom. We had this piece. I have to tell you about this quickly. We had this piece my mom was making for me, and we got a vintage green bottle stopper, beautiful green glass from a decanter, which my mom loves to use. And I kid you not, my mom must have thrown 6 pieces, I want to say, before we found one that stopper would fit into. Because, you know, mom would say, oh, I'd make it a little whiter and then it would shrink. Or I'd make it a little whiter and it would be too big. Or that, you know, so it's a really Goldilocks type situation.
Yeah. I mean, I just in my mind knew that I would never be able to do that. So it's so interesting that it is actually a proper battle. Yeah,
it is. Well, Rachel, congratulations. I am thrilled that you picked that up. Thank you so very much for grabbing that, because you're going to adore that when you see it in person. It's really special. Mom, I don't know if you see this here. If you're still in the chat, my mom may have gone to bed. She's been working all day and had a late broadcast tonight, but Heidi says that she loves the Julie with the lemons. It makes me smile in your kitchen for rings. Yes, I love that. I love that too. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do the next piece here, which is a Lisner piece, I believe, Nate. This is starting at $28.
This is lovely. I mean, I love Lisner. There's something about Lisner that's just fabulous. This is Silvertone, and it has these insanely beautiful molded stones that are purple and yellow, almost like they're mimicking an ametrine, which is a naturally forming mix of citrine and amethyst. There's is there a tiny little bit of wear on the back there?
There's just a little bit of, I would think, glue.
Is that what it is?
I think somebody probably got a little bit of glue on the back, which I didn't notice, Nate, when I was putting it in for tonight.
It's not actually glued together, though, is it?
No, but you can't see it from the front, so it is there on the back, just so you guys know.
So again, we don't find as many silver tones as we do gold tones. They're just simply not out there. This is just adorable, and it has these lovely pinky lilac, tiny little rhinestones, and they just look like little fruits, little lollies. You're watching Grease.
I love it, Dennis. Grease is one of my favorite movies. I remember my dad taking me to see Grease at a theater, a local theater, and it was one of those Broadway traveling productions, and the people in it were smoking. And I thought, oh my God, they're smoking real cigarettes in the theater. No, it was probably just a prop cigarette. But I thought, I was like 7 years old. I was like, whoa, there's greasers on stage with the cigarettes. Anyway, I love the music from Grease. But back to the beautiful brooch.
I mean, to me, this is super pretty, although I would say it is just as easily could be worn by a dude. But there's just something about these molded stones in this really soft, changing color between lilac and yellow. I just think it's charming. I think this is just such a pretty, pretty little understated brooch.
To me, these almost look like little Jell-O molds, perfectly little pinwheel Jell-O molds. And I love that because I just want to eat them, or little pumpkins, the little design.
We had a lolly as kids that was called a wine gum.
Noreen, welcome in.
Hi, Noreen. Lovely to see you. There was a wine gum that I'm sure was shaped like that.
It's so pretty. Now, what do wine gums taste like?
They're just sweet, really. Yeah, they're an English candy. I bet you Karen would get them in Canada. I don't know how to describe what a wine gum is. Yeah, very chewy. It's super, super chewy, but yeah, they do have wine gums. That's a real super English.
Angela likes them. Okay, I'm going to have to look for these now in the store. Did get, my neighbor brought me some Japan candy that's Kit Kats, but they taste a lot like, well, they're cookies and cream flavored. They taste like ice cream and a candy, and I don't know how that's possible, but it's very good. Okay, we'll start the countdown on these. This brooch. I'm sorry right now it's a little dark in here. My lights have completely died. I thought I charged this one, but I'm realizing the plug wasn't plugged in all the way. So unfortunately we have just a little bit of darkness, but we'll make do, and hopefully you guys can still see the sparkle.
Oh, you can definitely still see, yeah.
Okay, good. The little lilac stones are just so stunning. So let's start the countdown here at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid and
yeah,
little piece.
I bet they are like gummy bears, but chewier. And Karen's the same. It's a hard flavor to describe. But yeah, they look just like wine gums. So there's the sold, and I'm pretty sure that has to be Noreen Hoffman. Thank you, Noreen. You'll love that. It is such a pretty, pretty brooch. It really is.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, Noreen. I think you will really enjoy that. Speaking of candy, I went to the, I think I've told you this name. I got to tour the Jelly Belly factory.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah, and it was so interesting because, they have all those like weird flavors, probably marketed towards, kids, to be fair, but you can get like the vomit and the grass and the whatever else. They have to make those at night because they stink so badly that they don't want the tourists to smell them during the day. So the poor people on the night shift get hit with apparently some really disgusting smells. But I remember that so well.
There was a candy I really liked as a kid. I think it was called a caramel chew. It was a little square.
Oh, yeah.
white and light brown
Like a
colors.
cow's tail.
And I used to love them. And I went as a kid to visit a friend, and they were really close to a candy factory. And the smell of those things when they're being made, disgusting. And they were my absolute favorite lolly, but to smell them being prepared was just awful.
Off-putting.
Yeah.
I think we called those cow's tails. Guys, let me know in the chat if that's an American thing or if I completely made that up. But I know what you mean. They're caramel with a little like brown and white kind of.
Yeah,
and they're really good. And they come, well, for us, they come in a clear wrapper. Yeah, I really like those. Okay, my next piece is a Victorian bar brooch. And this is starting off at $38, which is a real bargain, honestly, for this. But I love it because if you're not wanting something super blingy, but you want some history and something that's just kind of different to wear in a lapel, I think this is it. And it's kind of a perfect dude brooch, but also beautiful for the more feminine design if you want to do some lace or different things with it. It is just fantastic in design. All the metal work and detail on this, and then you can tell that it's early. It does have a C clasp, which is an earlier piece, and then on the back you can really see that early hinge design is a great example of how old this finding is. And then also you can tell how thick this pin is, and you can see it's not so straight anymore, but it pins beautifully. And it's just so cool. So if you're into Victorian pieces like I am, you want to own a piece of history and you love just how beautiful they are, this would be the kind of thing. They're great on a hat, perfect for postcards, fun on a lapel, great little dude wedding brooch, if you ask me. So let me get this on one of our vintage postcards here. This one was made in Germany. It says heartiest congratulations, which you guys know, if you've been here a minute, I absolutely love. So let's go ahead and start the countdown on this guy at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bid in. Oh yes, Karen, the perfect little pocket brooch. And then you could have that on the pocket and then a pocket square coming out to really give kind
that
of
would look super smart. That would look really smart.
All right. I think Carol is getting the deal of the sale here tonight. Congratulations, Carol.
Nice
Looks like
pickup,
that headed your way. Okay.
Nice one. They're in Niagara Falls and parked beside the Post cereal factory. It smelled good.
Yeah. I remember touring. I think we went to the bread factory when I was a kid, and I don't remember what that smelled like particularly, but the thing that I remember most is my dad would take us to a seafood market that's still open and I still go to and get all my seafood from in town. But man, we would go in there as kids, and when you're a kid, you don't, just everything smells bad, especially in a seafood place. We loved the seafood, hated the smell, and they had a big thing of crawfish in the middle. And I remember my brother sticking his hand down in the crawfish, and I want to say one of them bit him, and my dad was like, well, don't do that again. It's like, but yeah, they're a great place to get good fresh seafood here.
Yeah, okay. I went to school next to a brewery, and I tell you, brewing beer, yeast brewing is not a good smell either.
No, that's got a really rough smell. My brother brews his own beer and has all the equipment for it. And some of the raw ingredients don't smell super great, but the beer, when it's finished, my brother, I think, has done a really good job.
It at least says that orange juice factories smell horrible as well.
Oh, yuck. Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, weird.
Okay, so let's start this next lot off at $26. You're going to get this fun little pair of brooches. The circle brooch, which is multicolored, is 1 inch, Nate. And then this beautiful kind of brutalisty leaf is 2¼ inches in size.
These are both gold tone brooches, although the leaf actually, the way it's sort of has this what do you call this? It's not a coating, it's
It's kind of a texture.
Texture, thank you, texture. It looks almost silvery, but it's gold tone. We both looked at this and we both said, "Oh, that's Coro."
Yeah, I immediately was like, Nate, you got a Coro brooch.
It's
not fine.
But it's not mugged, it's not Coro, but it is lovely. Beautiful AB stones. It's just a charming design. I love these AB stones. The other piece is multicolored, 3 rings, and some of these, at least one of these stones glows
yeah,
as well. At a
like
ring,
bright green, crazy green.
And I thought these were a nice pair of small brooches. They're 26, so they're just $13 each, basically. And again, I thought these were a sweet little couple.
I think so too. Now, I do want to say that this one could be Coro and it would have had earrings, but we don't have the earrings, obviously. So it's possible that this actually still could be Coro, but I don't know. I like the texture. It kind of adds a little bit of a brutalist feel to this. And I think for fall, it's just kind of the perfect little thing. But I really have an affinity, and Nate knows this, for anything rainbow or multicolored. I'm just obsessed with it. I don't know why. But this one, immediately, I had to pair it with this one. And so you guys could see, it's not reading well on camera, but these are pale yellow. Beautiful pale yellow. These greens, and then the ABs mixed in. So with the lilac, it's a really, really pretty brooch.
And it'll be a lovely brooch teamed with other pieces as well as your own scatter set, and would go with lots of other brooches because it's multicolored.
Yeah, it would go with everything. It's a great little scatter addition. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start the countdown on this at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid end. Oh, Larry, the Maxwell Coffee House plant. My grandparents used to drive me to school every day. When they would come to visit, we would have to drive by the Maxwell plant, and it's downtown near where my mom works now. And we would be in the car as kids, and it would smell so good. And we'd say, Grandpa, trap it. And we'd all yell. And Grandpa would roll down the windows and smell it. And we trap it, roll up the windows, hurry. So we could smell the smell longer on the way to school.
Oh, it's funny because, when I was in Australia, I lived really close to a place that roasted their coffee for cafes. And it smelled magical. But I do remember a school trip down to the Auckland dock site, and they had the raw, unroasted bean. And en masse, when there's a lot of that stuff don't smell good at all. It does not. Yeah, it has a very, very unusual smell when you get lots of unroasted coffee beans together. Sharon Sue, that goes to you. Thank you so much. That is a lovely little pair of pieces. And thanks for your bid too, Valerie. It's appreciated. Look, Sharon says, thank you. Please send the leaf brooch to Poodle. Oh, that is so
do that.
That's so sweet. She will love that.
She will adore that. That is just, Sharon, it is perfect.
I didn't know they had field trips back then. What, do you think I was in a workhouse?
It's fun when you can go and actually see how things are made and learn about the process. I definitely think schools are missing that. It's harder for field trips, I know, these days because a lot of places have such security, but it's fun getting to see that stuff in person.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's so sweet, Sharon. So I know Poodle will absolutely love that piece. That's so
Yeah.
kind.
It's so kind. My next brooch is a great dude brooch. Now, again, I say this every sale. I think a guy can wear a rhinestone brooch, a sterling silver brooch, a plain brooch, and same with women. Brooches are universal. They're a great way to add style to anything, but I do recognize that not every guy wants to necessarily rock a rhinestone brooch. So, this is your fun little sterling piece. And also, ladies, you might like this as well.
I
This
love
is
this. I've got to tell you before you show it, I really like this. This is so I such an interesting design. I really do rate this sterling brooch.
I rate this too, and it reminds me of my childhood. You know, I don't know if you remember those cups that were very, very big in the 90s, but they were purple and aqua, and they had the little swoosh on the side. This brooch to me is the cup, but in brooch form, and it's just fabulous.
Oh,
Um,
so glad you're enjoying yourself, Sharon. It's lovely to have you here. This is why this is my favorite day of the week. I have so much fun with all y'all here. It's just such
it's
a lovely
good. I love that you said y'all, Nate. That's fantastic. I
time.
rubbed off on you.
Yeah,
Yes,
keep rubbing off on me.
the lunchroom cup. Okay, so this is starting off at $28, Angela, and it is for this fabulous piece of sterling silver. It is really lovely. Now, I have not polished this, and I am happy to polish it nice and shiny for whoever wants to own this piece. You can see the sterling mark there. But I also don't want to polish it because I do recognize that some people prefer that worn silver look. So I can't unpolish it if I polish it. But I'm happy to give it a nice shiny polish. And I think it's so, so smart. I would say that this is probably from the 80s or 90s
Yeah.
based on the design, but it's timeless because you can't go wrong with a sterling silver swoosh that looks like a ribbon. That's just fabulous.
That's a great price. Honestly, that's a fantastic price for a sterling brooch.
Yeah, I think it is. And it just, I mean, look how smart it looks on this hat. It just completely elevates it. And it kind of also looks like that those ribbons that the people twirl that are so pretty through the air. So this is just fabulous. We will get this on a vintage postcard. And I did have some with some silver accents. Oh yes. Let's see. I have a whole stack of postcards now from my last trip with Vinny. And
I do talk plenty, although I probably don't talk nonstop for ever, except when I'm at the sales.
all right, let's see. Okay, let's get it on this brooch. A greeting to you. Very, very pretty postcard. Mailed at 6 p.m. on May 25th. Doesn't have a year, but we'll go ahead and start the countdown here at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid end. Oh, Nate, remind me in a minute to tell you about Rutile. I have something fun to share with you.
Oh, cool. Unless it's about prawns and dumplings. I am obsessed with dumplings. I love them.
And they're so good.
Dennis, that's a great pickup, dude. That's a great pickup.
Dennis, I had you in mind when I saw this brooch. I kind of thought that's a Dennis brooch. But I'm also really grateful for you, Carol, as well. I believe you were bidding on that piece too. Thank you so much.
That's a classic. That's just a classic. That understated. Yeah, really cool.
So I was at a estate sale the other day. I want to say it was an estate sale. I was somewhere doing something, and this woman out of nowhere just comes up to me and she goes, "Oh my gosh, your ring is gorgeous." Now, most people do comment on my rings, but I've never had someone comment and go, "Not only is it gorgeous, it's rutilated quartz, isn't it?" No one ever seems to know what that is
No.
unless you're really like in the gem world. So she talked on and on about how lovely sterling as a material was, which is why I wanted to bring this up with this brooch, but then said she has a whole collection of rutilated quartz and is also looking for a giant sphere and is completely obsessed. And I was like, yes, thank you. Somebody else that understands.
Yeah,
So,
the
anyway.
obsession. And it's unfortunately it's all my fault with the rutile.
It is.
It's all my bad.
And of course I told this complete stranger who we ended up connecting. I said, my friend in New Zealand, Nate, he's a very big collector of gemstones and minerals. He got me into this. So I said, I blame my friend Nate.
Yeah.
Well,
I
mine.
think we're down to our last couple of lots.
Yes.
Yeah, look what I did. I created a monster. Katie has a lot of rutile now.
I do. I still don't have a giant sphere, but I do have a lot of great rutile. So my last piece of the evening is this.
Oh, Heidi says, can you please show the ring close up?
Oh, sure.
So
Yes.
it's quartz, Heidi. So it's a clear material quartz, but it has these inclusions that they refer to as rutile, and they can be lots of different things, and they can be lots of different colors. When they're black, they're referred to as tourmalated because it's tourmaline. But you can get green rutile and red rutile. You can get rutile that looks like it's fireworks exploding. And crystal, it is
even pink rutile. Even pink rutile.
It is amazing material. And Katie, did you buy that or did you have that set?
So you were the one, Nate, that found the stone for me. I don't know if you remember, but I have two rutilated quartz rings I have 3 in total, but Nate found the raw stones at a fabulous deal. I mean, I think one of them, Nate, was like $30 or something like that. Crazy, already cut, everything, good size, carat, weight, and all that. And then I took it to my jeweler here, and the guy, ironically, also had heard of rutile. He studied it. Take a minute and look this up after the sale at the California Gem Institute. And they have the world's largest rutilated quartz piece. I don't know how many pounds it is, but it hangs in a giant rotunda because it's like taller than like 8 people put together. And they have it behind a window and the light comes in, and it's the world's largest rutile pendant because they've made it like a pendant. It's suspended in the air and it shoots light through and creates this rainbow effect down the hall. And that's where this guy studied, and he was telling me all about it. So he was really excited to be the jeweler on the project that worked on my ring. And I had it bezel set because I wanted to do something unusual.
That's a stunning ring. And the material is just fascinating. Yeah. It's a type of material that when you look at it, because it's constantly changing, you're constantly getting the movement within from the rutiles, that it is kind of mesmerizing, really. It's hypnotic.
It is. It's like little golden strands of magic. Very interesting too. Yes. Okay. My last piece is starting off at $22, and it is 1 1.5 inches in size. Now, I really thought that this would glow, and it doesn't, but it just almost appears to be glowing on its own. It's so fabulous. This little pear-shaped circle, all prong set. I would think that this is definitely probably from the 1950s or so. Hi, Margo. Welcome in. And I do kind of feel like I'm in Oz right now, on the way to the Emerald City. But I love this brooch. It is it's bigger than scatter pin size. It obviously goes well with what I'm wearing. But I just thought it would be perfect for Christmas upcoming, Halloween. I love these round brooches because Nate and I share this little hack all the time, but you can stick your glasses through them. So if you feel like you're going to lose your glasses, this is the perfect thing. Margot, by the way, I wanted to tell you, you had the most amazing green brooch at your sale tonight. Nate and I were drooling
Yeah,
over it. It's
amazing.
fabulous. This is
Uh,
the clasp. It has a perfectly working safety clasp, Heidi, on the side there. And I'm going to put this onto our birthday greetings postcard of this fabulous little boy, and we will start the countdown on this. All green. We're going all green today. At 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bid, and it's very electric, this brooch, all on its own. Doesn't need a glow. It's just perfectly fabulous by itself.
Yeah, it was stunning. It was absolutely stunning, Margot.
Yeah, it was. And I wouldn't blame you, Margot, if you capped that one. Heidi, congratulations.
Get.
Dennis, thank you so very, very much for bidding on that too. It is a great brooch. We've got one more.
Safety.
One more.
Yeah, I've got one more lot, which is a pair of brooches, and I will show you the brooch from the beginning that didn't sell, which is stunning, which is absolutely stunning. This little lot here is 2 gold tone flowers. Now the beads are plastic. Before anyone bids, be aware that the beads are plastic, not uncommon for pieces at this time. I just thought this was really charming. I just loved it. Honestly, I looked at it and I thought that is. I would love to wear that as you would a nosegay, a boutonniere, like you would, like a flower on your lapel, how a dude would wear a little flower. I just think it is so pretty. And I teamed it with this other gold tone flower that has very interesting designs. And what color are the rhinestones on this?
They're a beautiful sort of fall amber. So I thought that this works really well, sort of that fall sunflower design, but you could totally wear it as a daisy in spring.
And again, this lot is 26, so it's just $13 a brooch, 26 for both pieces. I adore this little spray. There's something about it that I just found so endearing the moment I saw it. And I could just see it on a wedding lapel or something like that. I just think it's so interesting. I mean,
or in a bridal bouquet, but I mean, look how fresh and bright it looks against this mint. I know my light died, so we're not seeing this as sparkly. Oh yeah, up on the hat, you can see it a little bit. It's really pretty. I think in a wedding bouquet, this would be lovely as well. And notice the texture on the leaves. Just gorgeous.
There's just something about this that I thought was really gorgeous. Again, really successful design. When you see the design that absolutely works, this really, really works. And I thought the other one was really interesting as well. So, yeah, I thought it was a nice pair. I see that boutonniere. I just see it on a lapel.
Yeah, I think it's lovely. We're going to get this on one of our vintage postcards, Best Wishes, with these fabulous little birds. I know there's a lot happening here on this, but Oh my gosh, that together is just the perfect maximum.
Oh yeah.
Great little thing. And we're just going to load this postcard up with brooches. Here we go.
Or
2019.
teacher brooches. These would be just
Oh, yeah.
perfect teacher brooches.
Totally. Great little gift, too.
Sorry.
That's okay. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid end. Whew. These are just wow. In person, this is like crystal ice. It's really magnificent.
Yeah.
I love this brooch.
I was absolutely enamored with it. I really, really was. And Dennis, buddy, I hope, dude, I hope you wear that, man. I think that is such a cool. It will look so good on a man. Thanks for your bid too, Rachel. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I hope you wear that one, man.
Congratulations, Dennis. Thank you, Rachel, as well. Great items. We do have one piece that is still available for your consideration tonight. And I think that this is such a great little brooch for fall. It is this beautiful taupe and gray dome from the 60s, 70s.
I absolutely love this. This has a start of just 28. I think this is a really sophisticated color palette. It looked stunning when we had our boudoir lighting on. This just dominated the screen. Can you hold it back at that perfect length for the camera?
Yeah,
So
you get the paparazzi effect.
The quality of those stones, I mean, it's such a chic palette. As I say, it looks amazing on this handbag.
Oh yeah, totally just gorgeous.
Yeah,
so this
almost 3 inches, so it's a reasonable size too.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and wrap up the sale. But if you are interested in this piece, please know it is still available. If you are watching on the replay, you can always email. I do realize there's quite a few people that do catch us back on the replay, which is really nice. But don't go anywhere because we have our last giveaway of the evening, friends. Very exciting. These are mystery giveaways, just sort of our thank you for coming to the sale, hanging out with us. We do know it's late, but we love our little late night time with you all. I find it so special. Oh, Carol.
Oh, Carol, fantastic. Thank you. I was honestly a little surprised that didn't sell because I thought it looks beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful, Carol.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it is really sophisticated, really, really chic.
It sure is. Okay, so thank you all for hanging out with us. Nate, could you explain how everyone can play along with our giveaways?
Thank you so much, everyone, for spending your time with us. We always say this. We know how late it is. We adore every single one of you. Thank you, Angela, for all you do for us. We appreciate you so much. And to Karen as well, who's our backup mod, and to Gaza too. Our last giveaway. We love doing the giveaways. You do not need to have purchased anything to enter the giveaways. They're open to everybody. I'll give you a number range. You just need to guess the correct number. Margot, give me a call. Give me a call so we can talk about Christmas. So I'll give you a number range. It could be the high number or the low number from the range. Guess as many times as you like, but one guess at a time. And the number range for the last giveaway is between 40 and 70. Between 40 and 70. Good luck. Good
luck, friends. Okay, I can't wait to see who wins this.
You're so sweet, Heidi. This has been a fantastic sale. I feel we both brought some really amazing pieces to the sale today. It's been so much fun.
It is fun. Nate and I talk about how we're just trying to raise the bar all the time with the things that we bring. And we really love finding the items, researching them, and then getting to share them with all of you. It is such a fun and special time. And I really look forward to these little late night hangouts. It's still so wild to me in my mind. I sometimes can't wrap my head around it that there are people watching from all over the world, and I'm just me in Florida, just doing my thing, loving vintage. And then we've got people from Australia and from Russia and from Canada and New Zealand with Nate here, and it's just wild to me. It is so, so cool. I actually picked up it in the state sale. Nate knows this, but I got a world clock, which I think is really cool. And I put in my office so I can always see where in the world what time it is. And I call this now my official Nate clock because I can look at this clock at any given time and immediately know what time it is in Auckland because it has Auckland on it. And I paid just $8 for it. So that was a real win. And I think it's cool because now I can see you guys in the chat and look up there and go, oh, wow. And Canada, it's this time.
Okay, I found the number. I have actually messaged you who it is.
Okay, because I haven't found it yet. Oh, yep, I see it. Let me see if that's what you see. What did I do with my phone? Oh my gosh, my phone, I think, is buried under. You should see this, guys. I have, look at this. This is the pile of postcards that I have been rummaging through that are sitting here. And now my phone, I thought for a second might have been buried. We got it. Let's see. What was the number, Nate?
Is that the person you see?
Yeah.
Yeah, the number was 58. And the first 58 is Angela.
Angela, congratulations. You won our giveaway. I know. Oh, Patricia, yes, I do have a postcard file. Angela made this wonderful, I'll hold it up just for a moment, this wonderful little postcard file with, oh, if I can get it, these great dividers for me. So I've got them all categorized. But a lot of these are my grandmother's postcards that she had in her collection. And while I've added a few to it, these are all the ones that I just showed you. I picked up solely with Venny. That is, yes, I bought an insane amount of postcards. And I don't know that I want to mix them in because I'm sort of semi-afraid that I'm going to lose some of the family ones and have to search through them again. So what I want to do is find another box that just has these. So that's kind of the plan right now for all of those. But I did want to get some more floral postcards because it was so funny when I was with Venny and we did our sale from the hotel room that night. Venny had never seen, I think, how I displayed the brooches on the postcards. So he was like, oh my gosh, when we got off the sale, you should have heard him. He was like, those brooches on those floral postcards, because I had brought like 4 of them with me. So the whole time we were shopping, anytime we'd go somewhere and you could get a bag of postcards for $1, or, they were on sale somewhere, he's like, you got to have that. Oh, this one would look great with the brooches. You have to. And he was so excited about it. So I was like, yes, Venny, they would look great. And I don't have enough floral. So I literally just scooped them all up.
Okay. Ange says, send that to Valerie, please. Suzette Bunting, we have actually sold everything. I'm afraid there was one item that we recapped, but it was taken. I'm really sorry, Suzette. Sorry that you're late. Lovely to see you, though.
It is lovely to see you. And Angela, that is so kind that you send that to Valerie. So I'll make sure she gets that. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. I know we have been on for almost 3 hours.
Mike said, Katie, I have that Coke tray from an auction you had.
Oh.
I don't know which one it was.
Yeah, I have that Coke tray. Oh, I did sell a Coke tray on one of Venny's sales, and I think I've sold one on another sale. I know I have brought. Wait, which way am I pointing? I brought her before, and then I brought the menu girl, which is over there, which you right there. So I know I brought those two to a sale, but I don't know about any of the other ones that I've brought. But anyway, thanks for sharing that. I love the Coke trays. The art is so wonderful. Let's say, see.
It's a 1958 tray, he said.
1958. That is probably her with the red hair. It could be the menu girl, I think.
Susie says, we should throw in some vintage makeup cases. That is not something that I even look for.
But
I'm not sure what a makeup case looks like, but I am always
talking about the little compact, Suzette. Or are you talking about like a whole little vanity kit? Just let us know what you're talking about. We will more than happy look. More than, oh golly, it's so late. My brain is like, hello. Yes, I will look for those compacts. Yes. Yeah, the girl with the red hair. She's holding the Coke bottle. Her, I believe.
I do ever so occasionally get compacts. I've had a couple of really nice compacts in the past. I will refresh some searching for them because they're probably something that may have fallen off my radar a little bit.
And I am still looking. I have a 1940s compact with a monkey that Nate loves.
Oh, you're not going to sell that, are you?
No. I can't part with that, but I am looking for one for you, and you're not the only person that wants that compact.
I love that compact.
Yeah.
Compact lipsticks, purses that hold makeup, etc.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we'll look for that. I will bring, would you guys also be interested? I have some jewelry caskets. I have a few jewelry boxes I could also bring if you guys are looking for something in that realm as well. I haven't brought one in a while, but I kind of stockpiled a few little fun things, so I'm more than happy to bring those. But I think that concludes our sale tonight. It is late and my brain is frying. I've been up since like 7 this morning for the record fair, so I'm very tired. But okay, we'll bring those, Suzette, next week. Okay, but that will conclude our sale this evening. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Nate, thanks for being here. And as always, I hope that you guys will save that vintage, spin that vinyl, and bend YouTube. Bye-bye, everyone.
Toodaloo, kangaroos.